Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
On Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Is it time to sack Gareth Southgate? Gareth Southgate.
You know so much about football.
I've tweeted, I've titled Periscope, is it time to sack Southgate? And that tweet, that Periscope title gets put out on Twitter. And people that follow me, and you would think would have a clue, well, the amount of abuse I've been receiving.
Well, you've just ripped the country apart.
Let's see what let's see if we can find some of the ones we can read. Kay McKellen says, he brought nation together. You just rip it apart.
You do.
Don't be stupid, Ian, says Gillian. There's some crappy showbiz website, celebbritain.com. Ian Lee, the male Katie Hopkins.
Incisive.
Britain's hashtag entertainment site. F off, says Leo Garner. Time to sack Ian Lee, says Dimmy. F off, really? No effing way. He's the reason we made it to the semis. Caroline Corrigan Parker just calls me a dick. And she works for the BBC.
Does she?
Bristol girl, loving life, operations director for Mid-X Pro, working at BBC.
Oh, she doesn't work for the BBC.
Behave yourself, you absolute donut. Mrs. 1L says, seriously, dumbest call-in ever. So, but just everybody, just stop sending me abuse, okay? Let's be honest. My Twitter's going absolutely nuts. Everyone's going absolutely nuts. No, says Captain Daddy Puppy, but all the England fans that bought waistcoats should face automatic dismissal and 200 hours community service. There's going to be a lot of dickheads wearing a lot of waistcoats for the next few weeks. People are getting... Talk shit at it again, says Pete Street.
Oh, dear. Pete Street.
But seriously, though, we should sack him. That guy's failed at his job. His job was to win the World Cup. Did he? Did he win the World Cup?
He wasn't even playing.
Exactly.
He didn't even try.
So I think we should sack that guy. Let's go to Matt. Good evening, Matt.
Good evening, and you're talking about Mr. Southgate and his sackability.
Yep.
Well, I mean, he's done all right, hasn't he?
No.
Well, can you remember? You're of a certain age, as am I. Can you remember seeing an England team lose in a World Cup and kind of still feeling that they performed?
No, because I didn't watch it. Why would I watch it? I was watching Dinner Dates and on ITV. B, I think it was on, and then we stayed watching that channel, and we watched a program about people who'd had botched plastic surgery. It's brilliant.
Called Botched.
Is it called Botched?
Yes.
We watched Botched. We watched Dinner Dates, followed by Botched. So no, I didn't watch it. I didn't get it, and I think we should sack all of them. Actually,
your blood pressure probably has benefited from that.
Not really, because we don't get football. We could have watched it. We've been like two goldfish, as are a lot of people who are pretending they get football today.
Oh, yeah, no, exactly. I don't get football at all. I would never. I don't support a team. I have no clue about what they all do, where they stand on the pitch, and what they're supposed to do when they get the ball. But there was something about just hoping that something might happen.
Well, but you can still hope. You can hope that we win the 2022 World Cup. You can hope that
the 2020 European Cup.
Hope. Here's the thing: don't just because some people didn't win a game. Doesn't mean that hope is dead. Hope is that... Do you know what comes out of Pandora's box?
Yes.
Go on.
So when Pandora opened the box, it was the hopes of all the universe.
Incorrect answer.
Oh, sorry. What was it then?
It was... It was the fears. It was fear and shame and guilt and all of these things came flying out of Pandora's box because they'd been given to this dude by the gods, and they said, whatever you do not open it. And then the gods delivered this hot woman, Pandora, to his house, and she would lie in bed at night and hear this voice from the basement going, Pandora, come and open, Pandora. And after months and months of this, she went down to the basement, saw this box and went, well, I'll have a look in there. I'll have a look and I'll shut the door very quick. And she opened it and out flew hate and hope, hate and fear and shame and guilt and all of these things. And it flew all over the world. And she
I thought it was hope that came out. I thought it was hope that ruined everything.
Incorrect. Everything flew out and she went, oh God, that was awful. And then she heard a tiny little fluttering and she turned around and looked and saw one more thing flying out of the box. And it was hope. It was hope. Just one little flower fairy of hope flying out into the world. So if we crush that hope, then God damn it, we might as well go and crush babies.
I don't think hope's been crushed at all. I think that hope is alive. I think Gareth Southgate, as a manager, compared to say Sam Allardyce or that other guy that looked like an owl, what was his name? Roy Hodgson, that was it. They didn't give us hope, but we've got hope now. Anyway, I wasn't calling about the World Cup. It was just because you were talking about it just before I came on. I wanted to ask, because I wasn't able to listen last night for various reasons.
Yes.
Did you manage to get some topics in the end? My suggestion of have you ever seen a horse? Did that go down well?
That went very well, and we had lots of people who'd seen horses. We've got some great horse stories out of it, and it'll be in the podcast.
I'll watch that. Oh, no, I won't watch it. Obviously, I'll listen to it.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you very much indeed. Alan?
Hi, Marv.
Should we sack Gareth Southgate?
Well, I didn't see the football. I was watching BBC One.
What, the One show?
No, Hobby City.
Oh, really? What happened in that?
Well, Fletch, he came back from holiday.
Okay, well, I'm going to be honest, that's even duller than the football that I didn't watch.
Well, it's better than watching 22 men kick a pig bladder.
Thank you very much. Okay, here's the thing. But by the way, everyone that thinks the title of that Periscope is genuine, should we sack Gareth Southgate? You're a humorless idiot. You don't deserve to follow me on Twitter, so unfollow me and stop listening to this radio show. It's far too sophisticated for you. Good luck. Well done to Gareth Southgate. I think what is great about Gareth Southgate is that when he wasn't going to be given the job. It was that guy before him, wasn't it? The big guy who then got caught in some kind of sort of dodgy business deal.
Yeah, pint of wine.
And he got booted out. Everyone was like, "Oh, this guy's going to be the saviour. He's British. We've had all these foreigners doing it. We want a Brit." And so they got this Brit, and then like 2 months into it, he got caught in a dodgy deal with brown envelopes. So he got booted out. And if I got this right, Southgate was managing like the under-21s team. And they sort of gave football people gave him the job temporarily while they found someone, and he kept going. I think I can do it actually. Yeah. All right, son. We're going to spend a lot of money and get someone foreign and famous. I really think I can do it, guys. Yeah. All right. Whatever. And everyone was laughing at him. The football people were laughing at him. The Britain was laughing at him. And eventually, he got the gig, and they all went, "Yeah, all right. Well, we'll let you do it, but you're going to be rubbish, son." And everyone was laughing at him. A lot of people in this building were laughing at him because he was that idiot that missed the penalty in a thing and did an advert for pizzas. Remember he did a pizza advert after that? A pizza advert about square pizzas because you can't take corners, all that stuff. And everyone laughed at him. This is the thing I find interesting about the World Cup. Not anything to do with the football. Everyone laughed at this bloke, right, and ignored him. And did you know, and there was talk of us not even entering this World Cup because of Novichok. And there was, and I noticed this, there was none of the brouhaha about this World Cup that you always get in the build-up to a World Cup. There was none of it. There was none of that, here we go, this is our chance. You know, you'd always get like Rooney is our hero and you know, all of that. Mm. There was hardly any of that in the build-up. The last couple of weeks, plenty. In the build-up, hardly any of it, because everyone had written us off, and everyone in particular had written Gareth Southgate off. And he's basically come out and stuck two fingers up at everyone, except he hasn't even done that.
No, because he's too nice.
It's too nice. I heard an interview with him where he's going, well, you know, it's a great honour to be here, and it's a real honour to be representing our country. I don't buy into that. But the way he said it, you know, very humble, very down to earth, a very, very nice gentleman.
And apparently his style has been nurturing, encouraging, fatherly. Whenever they come off, he always gives them a hug and
really, gosh,
the pitch.
Wowzers, that's
Whereas there've been previous managers who didn't even look them in the eye.
And you get all these other these managers that cost millions and millions of. I mean, he's earning a few quid, but from all over the world, and we didn't achieve anything with them. And this guy that everyone thought was a joke. And, you know, was supposed to be a temporary caretaker thing, did really well and got to the semis. But, so we're going to talk about football really, but there is something I want to say. I don't get it. If you want to phone in about the football match, I'm aware that no one was listening to James Whale and hardly anyone is listening to us. I get it, and that's fine. If you want to talk about the football, do, because we let people come on and talk about anything. And here's the thing. I genuinely have no interest in the football. I listened to about 5 minutes on the radio on the way in, and I thought, actually, I'm going to listen to my Tim Heidecker podcast. We didn't watch it. We watched Dinner Dates and Botched. But I really feel that I am missing out on a shared community feeling. Do you remember we did a show about a year ago, a sports show? It was all sports, and we got that badminton player and
Gail Ems,
yeah,
and we had Gillen Balagay.
yeah, we had all these people who were top of their sport. We did all the top of their sport, right? And I tried, and it was a straight show, and we did it straight. And I tried to get their enthusiasm for their sport to infect me. Gail Ems did a bit, actually, with the badminton.
I liked them all. I thought they were great.
Oh, they were all great guests. But I didn't come away going, man alive, I'm gonna get into sports.
Here's the thing for me, and I grew up in a household where I was force-fed sport. My dad's a sports journalist. I just don't get it. Doesn't interest me. I get that people enjoy doing it. Good for them. I don't want to watch someone do their hobby. And I also don't like the aggression that goes with it.
Oh, I don't like
you don't get it. Oh, you support that.
I don't like that. I don't like that. But I do feel that by not being part of the World Cup, that I've missed out on a collective experience. When England lost, I'm going to say it, me and Kath high-fived because it meant, because we're going to see Paul Simon on Sunday and the final's on Sunday night. So during James Taylor or Paul Simon, there'd be a screen somewhere showing, and every time, in the middle of Sweet Baby James, England score a goal. Way! That's inappropriate. So, I'm glad it's done. But if you can explain to me, right, so I'm looking for intellectual sports fans. If you can explain to me the group feeling that one gets from that, that's kind of a vague question. I'm going to leave it at that. That's the vaguest phone-in question ever. I'm going to leave it at that. Tom, stay there. I'll come to you in a second. 03444991000, the late night alternative on Talk Radio.
Stimulating nightly emissions guaranteed to open your eyes and your mind.
Oh, my word.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
I don't use Twitter much, and I tell you why. Because it's just full of soulless cretins, soulless, humourless cretins. That's why. Let's take a couple of calls. It's going to be a strange old show tonight. I've actually got a lot to talk about, but I'm just kind of aware there's not many people listening, which means to me, I like your jacket.
Thanks.
It's going to be a good old show. It's going to be a good old show tonight. Hello, Tom.
Hi, Ian.
Hello, Tom.
I'm just coming about your tweet. It's a bit clickbaity because I was raging at first, but then I've heard you say nice things about Southgate.
Right.
And I was pure raging at your tweet.
Why? Why are you raging?
Because it's a bit clickbaity.
Right, no, hang on. Were you raging at the fact that it was clickbait, or were you raging at what it said?
Oh, what it said, Ian.
Right. Well, then, so those are two separate things. You're not angry at clickbait in general. You're angry at what it said. So tell me why what it said got you angry.
Well, it's the fact Gareth's come in. He's got a bit of style and substance to him. There's more than meets the eye with Gareth, and we can see that. He's transformed everyone. He's transformed this country. He can sort Brexit. He can sort it out.
Right.
Are you with me?
Do you know what?
We were up to that last bit.
Do you know what? I think, well, here's the thing. Yeah, Gareth Southgate would certainly get us further along the Brexit path than we are at the moment, but he'd fudge it up at the last minute, and we'd all be in tears.
That is not fair, honey.
It is fair, my sweetness.
Honey, he has not fudged anything up.
Sweetness, he fudged it up!
He did not fudge it. He did not. If you look closely, it's 3 decisions that went against us.
Yeah.
3 important decisions.
No. Here's the one decision that went against you was when the whistle blew, you had less goals than the other team. That's the only decision that counts.
Honey, did you see their players just fall to the floor?
No,
we didn't watch it.
We didn't watch it, Tom.
Oh, you're kidding. Why not?
By the way, that's the worst. If you're trying to do a gay voice, that's the worst gay voice ever. Come on, man, you can do better than that. What does a gay voice sound like? You tell me. Kadir.
No, I'm not.
Hello, Kadir.
Hi, Ian. I got kicked out of Spoons.
You've got what?
I got kicked out of Weatherspoons.
What, for being a boring knob?
No, because I helped a bouncer in a fight.
Why do you go around thinking you're the tough guy? By the way, how was that? How was the royal wedding?
It was all right. It was a hot day because it started off really cold, and I was in a huge jacket.
Yeah, the one that you were the royal wedding that was taking place in Windsor, and you were doing security for, but in London.
Yeah, that was a mistake on my part, and I'll admit that.
Of course it was. Of course it was. Of course it was.
Of course it was.
So, okay, you got kicked out of a pub.
Yep. I feel ashamed. I feel guilty, upset, all these emotions.
Okay, well, are you going to tell us what happened, or what? Because
I'll tell you what happened.
I'll be honest. You're about to get kicked out of a radio show for sucking the vibe out.
So I needed to go to the toilet, and on the way there, I saw this guy pummeling this bouncer with his fists. And I thought, we can't have that. So I pulled the guy off him, and this other bouncer said, stop it, and then he called me a lot of profanities. I stopped it. I said, sorry, mate. Continued my journey onto the toilet, and on the way there, he came to me and he said, you get out, mate. And he grabbed me by the arm and kicked me right out into the arms of a police officer, who then just pushed me into the street, and I walked to McDonald's, and that's where I stayed.
Okay, that's a great story, Kadir. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. I really, really appreciate it. These are the kind of people that make it onto phone-in shows when the nation is depressed because of a sport.
Yeah, they're not the callers we want, but they're the callers we deserve.
Tracy says on Twitter, why sack him? First time we reached the semi-finals in 28 years. Normally I like you, but Rain necking on this one, as they all done us proud.
Oh, they done.
Someone said, yeah, Iain is serious. He's just saying what we're all thinking. Evening, Keith.
Hello, is that Iain?
Is that Keith?
It's Keith.
Hello, Keith, it's Iain.
Cineworld Keith.
Yes.
Hiya.
I wish you'd spoil that awful Leave No Trace movie.
Was it rubbish?
Oh, Keith, I'm blaming you.
Well,
was it rubbish?
you need to get closer to
went off
Hang
the,
on, Keith, shut up, man, for crying out loud. You need to get closer, because you're sounding very quiet today. I don't
Is
know
my
why.
mic level low?
I don't know. Is it? It sounds very quiet.
I'm speaking as that. Can you hear me now?
Yes, because we couldn't hear you then, Keith. Because
I'm sorry, I beg your pardon.
And we can't hear you now because I've taken you off, right? When I'm talking, shut up, right? So, now we can hear you. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry it was a duff film. Sorry about that.
Yes, that's okay. We'll let you.
Yeah. Well, what I'd say about the football, and specifically about Gareth Southgate, what is really nice, Gary Neville puts this well, the previous tournaments, it's been a circus, you know, with the wags and all the daft, stupid people, the foreigners they've put in charge of the team.
Right. Well, hang on a minute. It's not the England manager's fault about the wives and the girlfriends. That's the press.
It's not even the wives and the girlfriends' fault.
Well,
that's
the press and the FA and all that.
No. That's the press. The press put pictures of the wives and girlfriends in the papers because they think people want to see that. That's not the manager's fault.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think past endeavours have been a commercial circus, and Gareth Southgate has known these players because he managed the under-21.
Here's the thing. And I said people can phone in about anything, but I am slowly losing the will to live. So, and this isn't, I'm not having to go at you, Keith. Please don't think that for a second. I'm criticising myself for perhaps being so free and easy with the thing. I know that a lot of people come here to get away from the football, but, you know, if people do want to talk about it, they want to talk about it. I'm not going to deny them that tonight, this one night. But we've got to make it interesting. And talking about a guy called Gary, the only reason I know Gary Neville is because his dad is called Neville. That's it. That's all I know. Well, even in death, your name doesn't change in death if he is indeed dead. I don't know. But you're talking about other people talking about what Gareth Southgate has done, talking about wives and girlfriends.
No, I'm saying past tense. That was the focus, and I think if I could just say that Gareth Southgate has known these players under 21 and under 23 level. He's managed them. And he was seen as sort of bland coming into this, but he knows these young players, and I think he will carry the team forward.
I think he should be sacked.
Do you?
Yeah, he's failed at his job. His one job was to win the World Cup, and he failed. You should get one shot at it, and that's it.
Oh, I think that's harsh. I mean, I was watching the Tour de France today.
World.
Chris Froome, and wanting people to do well. And you're saying, what is this? You wanting to be part of the collective? Well, No, I didn't say I wanted to be part of collective. I said I do feel that I am outside of the collective.
Left out.
Yeah. Which is something is a constant for me. But listen, his one job, right? If the World Cup was every year, then all right, you give him 1, 2, 3 chances. But it's every 4 years. He blew it. Yeah, well, this team will move on. There's the European Championships every 2 years. Oh, there's more football to come. Jeez, man. Oh, well, there you go. Here's me thinking you're being objective. Sorry, what? What? I think he's done really well, and I think he will do even better. This team will do even better working in McDonald's. Sack him. Probably muff that up as well. Oh, come on, Ian. Sack him. Oh, no, I don't think you... Bring back hanging. You're better than that. Bring back hanging. No, come off it. Can we put him in prison? Better than that, Ian. Can we put him in prison? Let's deport him back to Muslimania. Hang on a sec. If it's cricket, I like us doing well. If it's football, we invented the game. Cricket evolved. Well, then we should be allowed to carry a gun. One player. Oh, come on. Like on American aeroplanes where you get the air marshal. You're just being silly now. One player should be one English player, because it's our game, and you're right to point that out. One English player should be allowed to carry a gun. Oh, I don't know what you're on about now. I really don't. But I'm saying that they should allow firearms onto the football pitch. Doing well, and they perform well. But we didn't do well. We lost. It was miserable. We lost terribly. We were thrashed. Yeah, that's life. Exactly, Keith. And at the end of life, what happens? You die. Keith, here's the thing. Part of me wants to go, full on with this, and part of me thinks, actually, I can't be bothered, and I don't really fancy the backlash. But when I've already explained that tweet was nonsense, and I think Gareth Southgate's a good bloke. But people are still phoning in about that. Oh, Ian. And then I'm suggesting that you should allow firearms onto the pitch, and people are taking that seriously? That's what we're dealing with here. But I do think that they should, one player, it's our game, just like an air marshal, you don't know who it is, and the team can either decide it randomly or ip-dip dog shit, whatever they want to do, but the one person on England team only is allowed to carry a gun. That's what I think. Tweet that. I will do. 0344 499 1000. The late night alternative on Talk Radio.
No rules nocturnal nattering for nightbirds, nurses, and Nosferatu.
Right, cool.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You'd be very welcome. The switchboard is empty. It's going to be a slow old night for calls. But here's what we've established so far. Gareth Southgate should be executed for treason, and one player on the England football team and all further international fixtures should be allowed to carry a gun. One of those was a joke. But I'm not saying which one. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. I'm so glad. See, the other thing is, a lot of these intellectuals that have been watching the football are also tanked up now, so maybe their BS monitor is also down. And also it just proves to me, and I've got a bit of distance from Twitter, and I'm so glad you blocked Twitter on my phone, Catherine. Here's the thing, if you've missed it, the Twitter website is blocked from my phone, the app has been deleted, Facebook as well, but that's not really such an issue. And I can't download new apps unless Catherine enters a 4-digit number. So I can't access Twitter on my phone. And I'm posting less and less. I'm just posting to plug the show. Man, the freedom. I can see all of these people telling me to F off and have a go at me and hashtag banter and all of that. I see it for what it is. Just idiots. It's not idiots.
It's people unhappy with their own existence lashing out at a celebrity. That's what it is. That's what it is, because it makes them feel more comfortable in their miserable lives. 03444991000.
Well, also, they're feeling a bit cross now. So you've helped them, actually. You should write some more stuff on there.
Well, I was going to talk about helping people later on, actually. Remind me, we'll do that in a little bit. Let's go to... I want to talk about cat litter as well.
Oh, good.
You know, cat litter can make you go mad.
Well, I know that dirty cat litter can.
Yeah, I didn't know about this until today. Well, I didn't know this.
You did, because I've told you about that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't listen to what you say. I've muted you in real life, just as I've done on Twitter. Good evening, John.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you, John.
I think that the reason why we need a coach, football coach, is to have him sacked. Next
to having
World
sex?
Cup, to sack him, to fire him, to kick him out.
Yes.
The next World Cup, maybe we should try to go without the coach, but then we will not have anybody to kick out.
Here we go. I like that. I like that a lot, John.
Experiment.
You normally talk rubbish, but this is actually quite good. We go there without a coach. What does a coach do anyway?
I need to cheer them on. I know the reason why, but I think we should try. The reason why we need a coach, because then we can fire somebody, so they can feel good. We corrected things.
Ah, that's the only reason with the coach. Because here's the thing. Here's how you play football, right? You've got to stop goals going in your net, and you've got to get goals in the other net. That's it. Right?
It's simple, right?
So what does it? So what does a coach do? Don't forget, you've got to get the ball in that way, the other way. That's it. Go on, lad. Is that all they do?
Well, it's a part of it's some people. It's a big part of their life.
Okay. Well, we're going to bring Gareth Southgate back, and we are going to parade him around on an open-top bus. He'll be tied up on a stick, and people can chuck Smarties at him.
Nah, he's all right. He's all right.
Thanks very much for your call, Tom. Let's go to Alex. Good evening, Alex.
Hello.
Hello, Alex.
Hi. I'm not going to talk about football, if that's okay.
Hey, Rat fans. Go on, what you got?
I was going to suggest sandwiches or games.
For what?
Which one?
For sandwiches.
Which one? Sandwiches. What's your favourite sandwich?
Oh, yeah.
Because I've just had a really good egg and ham sandwich.
Like egg mayonnaise?
Yeah, egg mayonnaise, but just had a slice of ham.
Don't like egg mayonnaise.
In there as well.
Egg mayonnaise reminds me of Sunday evenings. My
do
mum's
you
egg mayonnaise?
If you make egg mayonnaise, do you use mayonnaise and salad cream?
No, of course not. Oh, also, I don't make mayonnaise. I don't like egg mayonnaise.
Oh.
I've not been involved. I've not been in the same building as the egg mayonnaise has been produced since about 1982.
I went through a big egg mayonnaise phase.
Excuse me, lady speaking.
At the start of the year. Sorry, you're still talking.
Shut up. Shut up. I was telling you to shut up then, Catherine. Sorry, because I wanted him. She's dumped me. Shut up. Right, now you shut up, Alex.
Okay.
Shut up! Right, now speak.
Me?
Not you!
Egg? Oh.
Shut up! Speak. Someone?
I don't.
Alex, yes, what did you call in for?
Oh, right, yeah, egg mayonnaise. You don't like it, apparently.
Correct.
You can't be in the same building as egg mayonnaise. Why is this? Tell me.
That's a very personal question.
We got an angry email from Claire Wanacott. Hi, Ian. I won't ring in as I've had a few drinks. I'm a huge footy fan, and I know you are not. It might go back to not being picked at school for certain teams. It's not at all. Don't try and understand my psychology around that. It's understandable if you don't like sport, but it's similar to this. It's like you trying to convince someone that the Beatles or the Monkees are the best band in the world, and they disagree. Well, no, the Beatles are the best band in the world.
The Beatles or the Monkees, yeah.
You don't like football, that's fine. Just don't discuss it. So many people love it and are feeling down. Here's your chance to really tickle our funny bones and not rub salt in the wounds. Claire from Teddington. Claire, let me just check. Kathy, are you still officially the producer of this show?
I thought I was.
Okay.
Also, am I supposed supposed to have brought some salt.
I think so. Here's the thing, right? I don't particularly want to talk about football, but I'm also aware that probably something like 25 million people watched that game. That everyone that a lot of people want to talk about it, and this is a show where people can phone in about anything. I'm also aware that a lot of my listeners won't like the football, so I'm trying to do the football. I am doing the football in our way.
Also, unlike a lot of presenters, I'm still talking. Unlike a lot of presenters, we're not going to pretend to know anything or enjoy it.
No.
Because there's been a lot of bullshit today. A lot of bullshit. And we're not joining in.
Anyway, Catherine, what did you call in about?
Egg mayonnaise sandwiches.
Yes.
Really liked them, and now I can't eat them anymore.
With ham?
No, I OD'd. And now I can't even look at them.
Oh, dear.
Are you still there?
Celebbritain.com.
Yeah,
Shut up, I'm talking now. Celebbritain.com. We remember when Iain was funny in the 90s.
No, you don't.
Before
you were on telly.
Shut up, will you? Shut up, man!
There's a show called the 11 o'clock show. I'm sure you were on it.
Not in the 90s, he wasn't.
Yes, I was, actually. I was.
Yeah, I think it was.
I was, actually, Catherine. I'm with Alex on this one.
I see, before my time.
This September, it's the 20th... Shut up!
I'm not joking.
This September, it's the 20th anniversary of the 11 o'clock show.
Really?
Yep. So I'm going to be getting absolutely steaming drunk, doing a load of cocaine and telling some homophobic jokes to celebrate. You're all welcome to come round and join me. What was your point, Alex? We're out of time. 03444 499 1000, the late night alternative with Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
A star-crossed soapbox for sailor boys, stable girls,
I'm on the edge.
and stripper grands.
It depends who you're with and it depends on the situation.
Late night speech radio with a difference.
Thank you.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Kath has told me off. Because I still want to be liked, all right? There is, there's this part of me that is this avant-garde performance artist, this Andy Kaufman that cares not a jot what people think, that enjoys the freedom of dropping a little hand grenade on Twitter, then running away giggling. But there's also a significant part of me that wants to be liked. So I went on Twitter and went, it's a joke. And they said the first 20 minutes of the show was bigging up Gareth Southgate, and Catherine went, so disappointed in you. And you're right. I find it really hard. The credo I want to live by, and I find it so hard, is never explain, never apologise.
Yeah,
I don't know where that's from.
Kate Moss.
Is it Kate? Never explain, never apologise. But I want people to be liked. And my thought, shall I tell you what my thinking was? That Danny Baker follows me, and I want him to like me, even though he gets it. He sent me a wonderful message when I was still private message when I was still traumatised by the owl, which I won't tell you because it's private, but it
very caring.
And that funny comedian started following me today because she thought someone told her I was going to be doing a protest against Trump in Windsor. And
which funny comedian?
I can't remember her
Narrow it down.
I can't remember her name, but I like her.
Sarah Pascoe?
No, she's been very supportive of me during the 3CR thing, and
Sarah Millican?
No. What was her name? I'm looking at something else. I'm not even looking for what her name is while I'm doing that. I'm doing the looking voice, but I'm not looking. The lady.
Yeah.
Very, very funny. I like her a lot. All right, I'll scroll through the things now, see if I can find, because I did tweet her to say, no, I'm not going to. I will not be going to Windsor to protest. I can't find it.
It don't matter. Anyway, so you wanted to impress a stranger?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's genuinely, that's it. That's my low self-esteem of wanting to be liked.
They'll get it or they won't.
Wanting to be liked. Isn't that pathetic? I wonder how being serious for a second, genuinely that was my thing. I want to be liked. Is that in all of us? It can't be in all of us, because there are some people who push, you flick the two fingers up either in a satirical or a comedic or a political way, and apparently have complete disregard for what others think of them. Thinking of Katie Hopkins, but she's obviously liked.
She's adored by some people, and all those people are people who are divisive like that.
Great headline that I saw in the Talk Radio Facebook page and is on talkradio.co.uk. Nigel Farage sent cease and desist letter by Rage Against the Machine. This is great.
Oh, because he's been using their...
Rock band Rage Against the Machine have sent Nigel Farage a cease and desist letter over the name of his podcast, Farage Against the Machine. Farage has presented the podcast where he also hosts a radio show. The title is a play on the band name. Their attorney, Howard King, sent a cease and desist letter to Farage, which read, "As you should know, Rage Against the Machine has publicly denounced the type of right-wing ideology you espouse for decades. Your anti-immigrant rhetoric, lack of social compassion, and barely disguised racism and xenophobia are the antithesis of what Rage Against the Machine stand for. Thus, your surprising attempt to associate yourself with the band is wholly inappropriate and completely inexplicable, unless it's part of some kind of bizarre cleansing ritual. Whatever your motivation, stop. Stop using the name and logo. Change the name of your podcast and find some other target to troll. We suggest President Trump." This is nuts. Talk Radio has contacted LBC for comment. What the heck?
Really?
Yeah. But does it say LBC don't reply? Wow. Talk Radio. We've got their number. 0345 6060 973. You can phone them at any time. We've got their number, guys. Maybe we'll give them a call a bit later on. Let's go to Vinny. Good evening, Vinny.
Right.
Yep.
That was a bit long. That was a long speech.
Thank you very much. Could have been longer.
Yeah.
If I'd have put more words in or said it slower.
Yeah. I actually like being hated. It's fun.
Say that again, sorry, mate.
I like being hated. It's fun.
Well, then that's great news because, yeah. You know, I muted you about a year ago on Twitter, yeah?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It was about a year. It was about 5 months ago.
No, it was about a year ago.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah, so did you watch the match then?
No. We watched Dinner Dates and Botched. Jinx, Catherine Boyle.
Yeah, I think the substitution is costing the game.
Okay, don't know. I didn't know they had substitutes on there.
Yeah.
It's boring, man. It's boring. Go and speak to Jason and the other people on Talk Sport. Go.
I don't like Cundy. I prefer Goldstein.
Yeah, but we don't like people talking about the minutiae of football. It is dull.
But you talked about Southgate, didn't you? The last first 10 minutes or something.
South Africa.
Southgate.
Southgate. What in North London?
No, Gareth Southgate.
Oh, Gareth Southgate. Yeah, but that's not talking about the tactical decisions made in a football game. That's talking about the human interest story.
Yeah, but surely this World Cup maybe made you interested in football.
No, it didn't. And I tried. I really tried. The quarter-final, I was at home on my own, and I watched. I set up the television so I could watch it, and I watched the first half, and it was boring. And then I fell asleep during the second half.
You got a couple of kids in there. You got boys, but surely they're into football.
Yeah, they're into football. Yeah.
So doesn't that make you into football?
No, I mean, I had a flash of disappointment that England were out because my son would be disappointed. Then I remembered he hadn't even watched the last England match because he was out in the garden.
Okay. How old is he?
Why? Do you want to go out on a date with him? He's too young for you.
I'm asking a question.
I'm not giving you the answer.
All right, I'm just...
Hello?
It might be like too young to understand.
I literally can't hear you now, dude, because you're... Hello?
Yeah?
Yes? I think your phone has gone mash up, Vinny. Thanks for calling. Let's try Mark. Good evening, Mark.
Hi, mate. Hi, Ian.
Hello, Mark.
Hi, Kath.
Hello.
I think they should have put the shaggy ponies on the pitch.
I think a shaggy pony would have done much better.
Would have done it, wouldn't it?
A shaggy pony.
Shaggy pony.
That's what we need. That's what we need. A shaggy pony.
Yeah. The reason I called.
Yes, was to say shaggy pony.
Thank you to you, because through you I met a really good friend. I've made a really good friend because of your show.
Oh, what, Catherine?
No. No. And hopefully we're going to come up and see you on the 28th in Manchester.
Please do, because there's only literally about a third of the tickets left.
I know.
So
I'm
please.
just waiting to see if the person can make it, and
Who's the friend?
I'm not going to tell you, because that's not right.
Okay. God, if it's that Emma girl who I heard on BBC London 2 nights ago, I forgot to tell you.
No.
I heard her on BBC London.
What?
Yes?
BBC what?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yes. So why have you called in Markington?
Yeah, so that should be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
I look forward to seeing you there and shaking your hand. Thank you very much. Let's go to Daniel. Good evening, Daniel.
Hi, Ian. You all right?
I'm all right, Daniel.
You baited me with your tweet just after the game, so unfortunately I couldn't resist but reply. But one thing to start the call, I haven't spoken to you since West Midlands Radio days when you did iPod Roulette.
iPod Roulette, great game,
Yeah, a great game. And we have a Sonos in our office, and I put my playlist on, and you'd be amazed the amount of times when I think, oh my life, I wish this was iPod Roulette, because Ian would definitely let me win.
Oh,
so I'll just share that with you.
No one beats me at iPod Roulette. And by the way, if anyone wants to play it, I don't have my iPod, but I have my Mac with me, which is loaded to the brim with great tunes. If anybody wants a game of iPod Roulette, if you're not feeling miserable enough after the football already, I'll crush you with my excellent random music choices.
I can't. I guess if I press shuffle now, it'll cut you off, so I better not do it. But mine's pretty cool. Hold on. I'm going to try. Right?
Try
Hold
it. Press it and see if it cuts us off.
Tell me Apple Music. Hold on. Right, I'm going into my.
Press it.
So I'm going to my songs,
Yep.
and I'm going to go shuffle. Stand by.
Here we go. Daniel? No, I guess it cut him off. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. I tell you what I was thinking we could talk about, but I don't quite know how we get into it. So I'm just going to say it, and people might go with it. Bearing in mind, how many phone calls have we had this hour?
Loads!
Because no one's listening tonight.
Well, they're all ringing up then.
Okay.
We've had 9.
Okay. So here's the thing, right? What I was
10.
really thinking about this. What do we currently do, and what can we do in the future? And by that I mean us individually and collectively, to make things a little bit better. To make things a little bit better. Now, I tell you what Catherine and I do. We do this silly radio show, and I genuinely think that it provides... It doesn't solve anything, and it doesn't cure anything, but we know from the people that we have met and the people that message us... There was a fella in hospital a few weeks ago, wasn't there? He was having his legs lengthened. Painful treatment, and the show was getting through it. From the people we've met and the people that have emailed us and spoken to us and tweeted us, that this show cheers people up sometimes.
It's a distraction.
That's a great way of describing it. This show is a distraction, right? So that's how we, on a nightly basis, make the world. And it's not like, we haven't got that many listeners. We've got about 65, just under 70,000 listeners, right? It's not a lot, right? And not all of them get the same vibe from it. But if even a handful of people get that distraction vibe from it, then that is us doing something to make the world a better place. I was playing silly games with my kid today. That made the world a slightly better place. We're playing silly games while we were waiting for the eldest to have a piano lesson, and that made the world. We were playing. We were in this school playground, not his school, and there was a giant snakes and ladders on the ground. We haven't got a dice. I got my phone, and we found a random number generator, and we played snakes and ladders for 20 minutes with us. This radio show, the live shows we do, the Gary Glitter documentary we've put out, all these are little things, right? So I just thought it might be nice, and you may not go for this, I don't know, if you gave us a call and told us things you are doing to make the world a little bit better, or things that you can do, or things that we can do to make the world a little bit better. Go on, you were going to say something.
I was going to say... Virtue signalling is basically what we're asking you to do.
Yeah.
But virtue signalling is a term people use when they're proud to be arseholes.
Yeah, virtue signalling is made up by people on the right to stop people, saying that they putting their hand up saying, hey, I do this. There's no shame in that. There's no shame in it,
Or suggesting other people do things.
Exactly.
It's about compassion.
So it's just a thought. You may go with it, you may not. But what are you? And it can be small. I don't want people phoning up saying, I started a charity. It's called Oxfam. You may have heard of it. Just small things. Anyway, let's see if that goes anywhere. Daniel, stay there. Matt, stay there. 0344 499 1000. The Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Is caged by frail and fragile bars, restless by day and by night, rants and rages at the stars. God help the beast in me. The beast in me has had to learn to live with pain, and how to shelter from the rain. And in the twinkling of an eye, might have to be restrained. God help the beast in me. Sometimes it tries to kid me that it's just a teddy bear, or even somehow managed to vanish in the air. Then that is when I must beware of the beast in me, that everybody knows. They've seen him out dressed in my clothes, patently unclear if it's New York or New Year. God help the beast in me.
Everyone just calm down, please. Calm down. Calm down.
The beast in me.
People still getting very angry about the Gareth Southgate Periscope title. Info_Freako says, you're a bellend. You know that, right? Yeah, I know that, but thanks very much. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. So I'm just putting the thing out there that the world is a crappy place, okay? And some of you are upset by the football, and that's cool. And some of you are upset by Brexit, and some of you people have died, and the world is a bleak place. And I think, what can we do to make the world ever so slightly better? Because I can't fix Brexit, and you can't fix, Donald Trump, or Catherine can't fix the football. We can't do those things, right? But what can we do to make the world a little bit better in a tiny way? And then I kind of think, I'm getting a little bit hippie-ish in my old age, but that all these tiny little things that we do kind of join up and form a grid around the world, a grid of love. And then I thought, well, actually, all of us do things that make the world a little bit better anyway. So why not celebrate those things that we do and acknowledge them, and maybe come up with a few more things that we can do. What have you done today to make the world a better place, Catherine?
Stayed in bed quite a long time.
Well, there you go.
Just get out of the way.
Well, I don't know if that necessarily counts, but you're doing this, and people are enjoying this. Some people are hating it, but some people are enjoying this, and we have spoken to enough of the callers to know that there are lots of lonely people out there, and this can just, whether it's for the full 3 hours or it's 5 minutes of the show, just takes them out of themselves. So let's see. Let's go to Martin. Good evening, Martin.
Good evening, Iain and the young Kathy.
Young Kathy?
Iain?
Yes?
I went down to the pub tonight at 5 o'clock with my friends, with all my England shirts on.
Yes.
And all my friends, right, to watch the football match.
Okay. Was there a football match tonight?
Yep.
Okay.
And when England scored the first goal, like, I was jumping around like a you believe your man, right?
Yes.
But I had a secret which I've not told my mates yet, like, and I'll tell them next week, like.
You're Gareth Southgate's dad?
I had £10 each way on Croatia to win the World Cup.
Martin, you traitor! Off with your head!
At 22-1, and as it stands now, right, I'll get £65 back, like, just for the placement, mate.
Oh, mate.
And if they win, I'll get £230 back.
Oh, Martin!
I know.
Beautiful, mate.
So I said the pubs of our mates, and when
Croatia won, then, did you have to kind of keep it under your hat? Were you going like, oh no, I'm gutted?
Yes.
But inside you're thinking, this is Christmas sorted.
I know, because I wasn't about Germany at 7-1, but I thought, man, you know, they had a very good results like
No.
So why I back Croatia, like, because they had their front midfield was full of Juventus, Barcelona, and Real Madrid players, like.
Great players.
And, you know, I just fancied them in like the night, and my God, tonight I was in a bit of a dilemma, like. When,
I bet you
know
were.
what I mean?
Well, you're a double agent, and
I'm
it's always tough.
I'm the traitor, yeah.
It's tough for you guys. It's tough for you guys. Well done. Oh, mate. Well, I hope Croatia win then.
I do as well, because I returned it. Ian, before I go, can I make a comment on what you said last night?
Yeah, go on. I don't remember what I said, but go on.
Well, because I got divorced 2 years ago, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I remember you saying, like, about you'd like to just disappear into the middle of the wilderness in America, like.
Yeah,
and just do Route 66, like, and get out of the way, man. Yeah. I am so sick of Brexit, Trump, Muslims, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I feel like you now, right? I'm just sick of this country. I'm fed with it, man. And I'd like to go into the wilderness in Arizona and just, you know, get some being... in the middle of it by all the bears and all the wildlife and just disappear, man.
Here's what I was seriously considering doing as a phone-in tonight, right? And I thought, well, I won't do it on the night of the football match, because if we win, people will think it's clickbaitery, and if we lose, you know, some people... So I was thinking of doing this next week, right?
Yeah.
Because I genuinely believe this. Okay?
Yeah.
I think this country sucks.
I think it's shit, like you said.
There we go. That's what I was going to say, but I was talking about... But I was going to do it as a phone-in. This country is shit.
Ian,
Give me a call now. Ian, I think it is. I really think it is.
Ian, last night you says what you says. I feel the same. Like, Ian, can I ask you one last question before I go?
Yes.
Shall I tell my mates on Monday about Croatia?
No, keep your head down, Martin. For goodness sakes, keep your head down. I was going to do that as a phone-in. I think it's a valid phone, because I do think this country... Well, why don't you go and live in Iran, then? Why don't you go and live in Pakistan, then? Why don't you go and live in Muslamistan? Oh, I told you why, because my kids live here, and I don't want to take my kids out of their school, and it would, you know, my wife wouldn't want to come with, you know, so I'm going to stay here because my kids. But when my kids are older, I might go and live somewhere else. And I'm aware that this country is great for a lot of things compared to a lot of other countries. And all countries have got their faults, and you're kind of more aware of the faults of your own country because you're living there. I get all of that. But I just think this country sucks. I think it sucks. I think the television sucks. I think the radio sucks. I think the politics sucks. I think the direction it's heading in sucks. I think everything about it. I think most things about it, I'm trying to be as precise as I can in my words, is SH1T. I really do. So maybe one day. Let's go to Matt. Good evening, Matt.
Hi, me again, sorry. I was calling in to play iPod Roulette, but wanted to just agree with you about Twitter being full of...
I've seen you getting flack. And it's this guy now. A guy called Samuel Wilkie 94. I'll retweet it. So, replying to my "Is it time to sack Southgate?" You're not famous. No one cares. You are the biggest C. F off, you attention-seeking P. I'm going to just retweet that, and I'm going to just highlight the word that he spelt incorrectly. He spelt seeking with an A.
It's ridiculous, though, isn't it? Because I tweeted that you had advocated that England players should all be allowed to carry a thermonuclear weapon onto the pitch. as a kind of response to your kind of one of them should have a gun.
You start getting flack.
Saying you're a moron, you're an idiot. What are you talking about? Why?
You can't do subtlety, or humour or clever humour on Twitter, and you certainly can't have political debates on there. It's pointless because no one gets it and everyone else is right and you are wrong.
You can, but you can do it if you've got a follower base. 2/3 of whom kind of get what you're talking about, but there's always going to be a minority that kind of just
no. But a lot of these people that are having a go at me, this guy Jay Ayres, someone should effing sack you. Literally just tweeted now, right? They follow me.
Because he said Southgate was a bit crap as a joke.
Because I said Southgate should be sacked. These people follow me, so you think that okay, they may not listen to the radio show. Hang on, they may not listen to the radio show.
Yeah.
But they have to have a certain idea. You would think a certain idea of who I am and what my humour is, and they don't. Go on, Kath.
Jungle.
Well, it is partly that, yeah.
It's partly that, but it also happened before the Jungle. But just, I've doubled my followers on Twitter, so now it happens more.
You've got people who don't know that side of you, saw you on the Jungle and think they know what's what.
Let's see how many followers I've lost.
Did you see that one from...
200, I've lost 200 followers in the last hour and a quarter.
But you don't care?
I don't. Well,
he does.
My ego cares. My intellect and my soul don't care. My intellect and my soul don't care. Hang on. My intellect and my soul don't care. The intellect I am responsible for. The soul I am not. They don't care. But the ego, another part of me which I am not responsible for. You cannot control your ego. My ego, unless you go on an intense course of psychotherapy and psychedelics, my ego does care. My ego gets upset by that. But that's fine. My intellect outweighs my ego.
Absolutely, yeah. And your intellect is actually, a lot of these people don't realise your intellect quite considerably outweighs your ego. Obviously your ego has taken a bashing, as it would have done, through various things. I saw the celebrissen.com thing about, we remember when Iain was funny in the 90s. Yeah. It's like, well, why would you, what are you on about? If you listen to the radio show, then you know he's still funny, he's funnier.
There we go.
Now.
Exactly. Matt,
you have to feel this need to just reach out and, I'm going to be chippy about things and put people down.
Samuel Wilkie has deleted his tweet. Thank you, Samuel. Thank you for that, Matt. Let's go to Daniel. Good evening, Daniel.
Hi, Ian. You all right, mate?
I'm all right, thank you.
Did you hear any of my iPod roulette?
Oh, everyone's getting double bubble tonight. No!
What? Oh, my gosh. I got cut off.
Oh, did you? Okay, right.
All right, so anyway, I won't go there. But listen,
here we go. Hang on, here's another one. Here's another one from Rebel Troop. Pathetic, even for you, Ian. Southgate did us proud tonight, and he should be celebrated for getting us into a semi-final. What have you achieved? Getting blamed for eating strawberries?
There we go, Jungle.
Flipping idiots.
Anyway,
okay. Right, go on.
So, you were talking about the football and what it feels like and why people get passionate about it, right?
Yes.
So I can only talk as a Wolves fan, which on the whole is all about underachieving, albeit obviously we got promoted this year. So by and large, it's all about misery, spending your money, you go and meet your pals, you go and have a few pints, you go and watch the game, you get disappointed, and but and this carries on ad nauseum, but then every so often something amazing happens, and I cannot describe the ecstasy of that amazing moment when your team that's really dead average does something brilliant, right?
Explain the connectivity, explain the group experience and how you connect with other people, because that's what I don't get.
Right, okay. So the point being, you could have complete, particularly at away games, because obviously at home games you've got the same people around you every game, because if you've got season tickets, so it's the same people, so you get to know the faces, and you get to, you get a sort of rapport. But at an away game, utter strangers, but somehow the camaraderie, is that the right word, the kind of the bond is even stronger, because there's fewer of you, and there's more of the other team. So there's fewer of you, so you sing and you get really passionate, and then if something good happens, just utter strangers are all hugging each other, and it's just, everybody's happy, everybody's celebrating, and it's just euphoria, and it carries over for the whole of the following week. And what happens is you put up with sometimes years of dreadfulness to have something dead good, right? So it's euphoric. And then the thing is, like tonight, so with obviously a lot of the England games up to now, I've probably been a bit tired and emotional in the pub watching them. But my grandma, so listen, this is ticking your box about what have you done that's good. So tonight, right, I know my grandma loves cricket, she loves football, right? She used to go and watch Wolves when Billy Wright was playing and stuff on the floodlit games because she was working in the days, working Saturdays. But the floodlit games at night, she'd go. Anyway, she loves the old football. So I phoned her up. When we got through to the semi, last time I got through to the semi, I was 20, and I'm nearly 50 now. Right, so this is kind of a generational thing. So I've got my daughter who doesn't give a tut me about football. Yes. She finished work at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, so she headed over to my grandmother. I said, we're going to come watch the game with you, because the semi is massive. So we'll come watch the game with you. Sat with the grandma, sat with my auntie, we've had tea, we've goofed around, watched that game. And I was being silly. We've been singing the games, and then I used the word you just used, the SH word. Then my grandma had to tell me off because she'll correct your grammar. So
what are you talking about? I've got to be honest. I've spent the last 5 minutes reporting everyone on Twitter that's used the F word or the C word because they'll get a 12-hour ban. So I tuned out. What are you talking about?
You just used the SH1T word.
Who did? Your mum?
No, so I used it in front of my grandma, and she corrected me, and she was like, I don't like that word.
I'm cutting you off now, 'cause I don't even know what you was talking about.
Talk about football, and you started it.
Someone says, you're a massive knob. F off. Southgate is my hero. Take a piss, you jungle mug bum licker. I'm reporting that. I'm reporting that. That'll get him suspended.
It wasn't a bum you licked, it was a fanny, wasn't it?
0344
A pig's one.
499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, the late night alternative with Iain and Kath.
Closing time conversation for tax inspectors, taxi drivers, and taxidermists. Great big talk for the wee small hours.
You've been trolling me big time, mate.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Lot of people going to get suspended on Twitter tonight. A lot of people going to get 12-hour, maybe even 24-hour Twitter bans tonight. So thank you for that, guys. Daniel, were we just speaking to you?
Yeah, well, I've got to get up at 5:30 for work.
Yeah, well, we finished.
No, I haven't finished telling you.
No,
so...
you had. 0344.
Can we have no more double bubble, please?
No more double bubbles. It's Nigel from Maidstone. Let's see if we can get Nigel on, because I want to. What we need. We want to find out what's happening to Nigel's mum. Oi, don't be such a bellend, says Joshua Reed. Try going out there on the pitch yourself. Or will you cry again like I'm a celeb?
Oh, he's got you there.
Yeah, because none of those footballers are crying tonight. It's funny, isn't it? It's a funny old thing. Yeah. Yes, Daniel!
Hello.
What?
What? Oh, right, so...
No, we finished!
Iain, please.
What?
Right, so...
Well, we finished! Daniel!
Talk about having fun. You have to about having fun, right? So tonight, right, I've had my 98-year-old grandma singing. There's a rap song.
That's brilliant!
Singing.
Okay, well, you've told us now. Thank you for telling us.
All right, but one more thing. You know when you said the country's rubbish?
No! What is going on? We're getting
He's got to be up for 5 o'clock, and I don't think he's going to be sober by then.
We're having a we're very close to I liked you in the jungle.
Iain,
yeah.
back away from Twitter.
Oh no, I'm enjoying it. Matthew Smith. At Smithy. Daniel, go to bed, man!
I need to go to bed.
Go to bed then, stop phoning me up, we're done!
But I've got to tell my tale.
No,
right.
you haven't, not to us, you've told it, we're done, it's finished, thank you.
You're going to cut me off?
Yes! At Smithy TRFC. Another one, you sit there hitting retweet. You'll never, ever, ever's in capitals, amount to anything more than a late-night phone host that bevy people call because their lives are as sad as yours. He's slagging you guys off now. I asked for this job 3 years ago. I asked for this. This was the job I asked for, this slot. This is the best job in the world. Smithy TRFC. Let's see what he does.
He likes Tranmere Rovers.
Oh, he's a salesman. All right, mate. All right, buddy. All right, mate. Now he's calling me a waste of oxygen. Oh, Matthew, go to bed, son, for crying out loud. Go to bed. Dearie me. funny. I'm loving it. It's funny. Right. Daniel, seriously, man, you're done. We're done. We're done.
I freeze framed the game when they were massaging Trippier's bottom.
I suggest you freeze-phrase your life and stop drinking alcohol and go to bed. We're not taking your call anymore tonight.
I've got work. I haven't had a drink. I've got work.
Well, go to bed then. What are you doing phoning me?
I'm lying on bed. Anyway, listen.
No, we're not listening. We're done.
The country's actually good.
We finished the story.
I arrived back at Wolverhampton. I feel full of...
There we go. Let's go to Chris. Good evening, Chris. Hello, Chris.
Hello.
Hello, Chris.
Hello.
Yes, Chris.
Yeah, I just want to ring up tonight. I know you've had a lot of calls about the football and stuff, but...
Could you take us off speakerphone?
Sorry?
Could you take us off speakerphone, please?
Yeah, is that better?
Are we off speakerphone?
We are off speakerphone. Yeah, we are.
Okay, yeah. Let's see how long this one lasts.
We'll see how long this one lasts. You know what? I know you've had a lot of calls about the football tonight, but I'm actually positive. You know, I've had a good night out. England quarterfinals. We've got to be proud of the country.
It was a semi-final, you idiot.
Semi-finals. We've got to be proud of the country.
How come I know more about this than you do?
Because he's had a good night out.
I don't know, Ian. I don't know. It's probably because I've had a bit of drink tonight, and I'm happy. I'm proud, and we've got, you know, we've taken a young squad to it.
Oh,
the World Cup.
I don't. Okay, yeah. I don't care.
And we've got to be happy. Anyway, apart from the football, I must admit, I loved you on I'm a Celebrity. I thought, get me out of here. I thought it was brilliant. Are you not an England fan then, Ian?
What, the country or the football team?
Well, the football team. Are you not really into football?
I hate football. I don't get it. Honestly, I don't. I do not get it. And I'm glad everyone's had a good night and enjoyed themselves. And you know that's great. But yeah, I don't. And it's not. You know, it's not me doing like a clever. I'm going to pretend I don't like football to generate calls. Honestly, I don't. I didn't watch the match tonight. I don't have a team. Football does. I get as much excitement from watching football as I do from touching a car. It does nothing for me. It does absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Well, no, everyone has a favourite sport. What is your favourite sport? Do you like sport at all?
I do not like sport. No.
What is your main interest in?
What do you mean is my main interest? My kids.
Okay, fair enough. That's fine.
Thanks.
You know,
is that okay? Is that okay? Is that cool?
Of course it is.
You cool with that, man? You're cool with that, Chris?
I'm cool with that.
We are cool with that, man, and that is all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. It's my first time bringing up on the show.
Well done. You've done
Ian,
a good job.
I know you get a lot of hate on Twitter. It's totally unacceptable.
Is it from you? Are you doing it?
No. I'm a freelance football reporter around Arsenal Football Club, and you know what? I got targeted on a podcast a couple of days ago.
Oh, really?
They called me all sorts.
Hang on. What were they targeting you for? For just the way you reported on a game or something?
I'm a freelance sports reporter around Arsenal Football Club. I'm sure you've heard of them, no matter what. You know, I know you're not into football, but I'm sure you've heard of Arsenal Football Club.
Yes.
I bring the latest news. I bring the latest reports surrounding the club. And there was I think it was about 3 of them appeared on a newscast. They didn't agree with what I'd done. And they called me all sorts, even about my appearance. They mocked it. And you know what? I'm not going to take it personally because I've got 13,500 followers on Twitter, and it just shows I'm doing something right. And you know what, Ian? Ever since you appeared on I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here. You'll get haters no matter what.
Yeah.
And you know, I know it sounds weird, but you know, I'm well into my football. I'm really proud of the England squad. And no matter how far you go in life, no matter what what you do, no matter how successful you are, you will always get hate. And hats off to you, Ian.
Thank you.
You've done
Chris.
what you've done, and
don't let the haters get you down, brother.
I'm not.
Good.
I'm happy. I'm going to continue what I'm doing. And even if I'm ringing you up tonight, it's the first time, like I said, first time ringing up the show. Even if I've had a few to drink, I'm having a good time.
Exactly.
I'm happy, and I'm living life. Because you only get one shot at it, don't you? You only get one shot at life.
Yes.
You might as well take
get
it with
pissed.
both hands and enjoy it. Do you know what I mean?
Chris, it's good to talk to you, man, and you keep on doing what you're doing, fella.
Good to talk to you, Ian. Take care.
Thank you, mate. Ta-ta. Ta-ta. Someone's calling me autistic now on Twitter. Funny, isn't it? It's funny. It's not genuinely not bothering me. It might bother me later when I get home. It might bother me tomorrow. But at the moment, it's hilarious. The anger.
Happy people don't write stuff like that.
No. It's fun. Lots, and a couple of I liked you in the jungle. Here's one. I was indifferent to you in the jungle, and I sympathise that you thought you would get a glittering media career out of it. But, mate, you're dull. Well,
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Gavin. Okay, Gav. Let's try Lewis. Good evening, Lewis.
Hi, Ian. You all right?
I'm fine, man. I'm fine, yeah.
Good. First of all, I thought you were great in the jungle. The reason I follow you on Twitter is because I think you're great.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate
But please tell me with your sack Southgate tweet, it was a bit of tongue-in-cheek.
No, I think we should sack him. He failed at his job.
Did he fail, though?
Yeah, his job was to win the World Cup.
What was the expectation, though, going into the World Cup?
His job was to win the World Cup. Did he do it?
No, he didn't do it, but I think if you ask any...
Lewis, I can't do this to you, man. I'm shitting with you. Of course I don't think we should sack him.
Thank you.
But I do think he should. I do think he should face charges of treason. I'm not even joking about that. I think as soon as he gets off that plane back from Russia, he should be arrested by the police, maybe fall down some stairs and charged with treason. Let's find out before we sack him. Let's put him through the legal. Let's make him stand in the Old Bailey and put him on trial.
I think to be honest, the only people who need to be put on trial are the people who have made Brexit happen and made it into a joke, Ian. Surely you're referring to them.
No, I'm referring to Gareth Southgate, so-called England manager. Of course I don't want him sacked. If the court decides he should keep his job, then fine. And if the court doesn't, well then we execute him.
Well, if you feel that's necessary, we'll go on. But I think the court will they'll let him off on this occasion. Right. He's instilled a lot of pride into us. Don't you agree?
Well, no, into some people. Lewis, well done for getting the joke, mate. It's not everyone is. So
no, I knew it was
you get 5 points.
Ian. You're great, mate. Keep it up, honestly.
Thank you, buddy. You take care, Lewis.
Cheers.
Thanks a lot for your call. There we go. A nice gentleman. 0344 499 1000. The late night alternative on Talk Radio.
Neon lit night talk for torch singers, trolley dollies, and train wrecks like me.
Never know just where the conversation will take you.
What I'm going to say sounds ridiculous.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We've had loads of calls tonight. I wasn't expecting any, and I've got lots to talk about. Did that. I was going to play a bit of Brian Wilson's dad when I was going to play that. All right, well, let's just see where we get to, shall we? And then we've got plenty to talk about. Let's go to Simon. Good evening, Simon.
Hello.
Hello, Simon.
Would you like to buy a waistcoat? It's only been used once.
Hey, man, here's the thing. I like a waistcoat, and but you can't wear them now for 10 years because every knob end is going to be wearing them.
That's all I've got to say. I'll speak to you later.
Thank you very much, Tutty Bye. Tutty Bye. We may have space for a lot of calls in a moment because this is the last one. And it's Andre. Good evening, Andre.
Hi, did you watch the snooker today? And the tennis?
Well, here's the thing, right? The good thing about...
The big thing about tennis and Wimbledon lately.
Yes.
It's really a really big thing today, hasn't it?
Right. Well, this is the thing about... The good thing about the football is everybody's ignoring Wimbledon, which is fantastic.
What football? What are we talking about football?
Sorry?
What are you talking about? Who's been playing football?
Exactly, Andre. Well done. We've got the joke, and
now Wimbledon, yeah.
Yes.
You know that it's all Pims o'clock and all that there, which is all well and good.
Yes.
But could you sit there for blooming ages and just drink Pims? Is that allowed?
Yes.
For how long? You have to keep getting up. You'd have to stretch your legs and have a wander, wouldn't you?
Well, you would get deep vein thrombosis, but you're allowed to sit there for as long as you want.
Yeah?
I've been to Wimbledon.
Sounds
That's
promising.
boring.
They camp outside there, don't they, waiting to get in?
They camp on the opposite side. There was I haven't been there for like 26 years. But yeah, there is a field opposite where people camp, but I always thought that was a little bit pathetic. We just got there at like 6 in the morning.
Glamping, it's called, isn't it?
No, that's not glamping. That's camping.
Oh, right. So what's worse about football everyone's talking about?
Okay,
What's happening?
Andre, like I said, we got the joke. Thank you so much. Let's go to Nigel.
Hello.
Hello, Nigel.
Oh, hi, Ian.
How's your mum doing?
Not too bad. But not too bad at all.
Brilliant.
She's got to stay there for a little while until the doctor decides when she can be dismissed to come home. But I don't know what's happening. I don't know much about it at the moment.
Brilliant. Well, fingers crossed.
Yeah. But she's bright and cheerful, and she's telling me what she wants me to do, and so she's obviously her brain's working okay.
Excellent.
Thank God. It's a wonder after she hit her head on concrete and cut it open.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Do anybody in, wouldn't it? Because you hurt your head, didn't you?
She's a tough old bird, is your mother.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, how did you damage it? I got some of the drift, but how did you hurt your head?
I was attacked by a horny owl.
Really? With the claws?
Yes, the claws.
Is that the claws? The claws go into your head?
They went into my head and scraped my my head and left deep. I had a deep gash in my head, several gashes in my head.
Is it beginning to clear up a bit now?
It's a whole lot better now, isn't it, Catherine? Would you say?
Yes, quite a bit. Yeah.
A whole lot better. Yes.
You barely noticed it.
Thank God. You was very lucky. Well, it was abroad, wasn't it? You was in America.
No, I was in Great Britain.
Oh, I thought I heard
United Kingdom, England, the Earth.
Were they a bird sanctuary?
No, it was just out and about.
Oh, just a loose bird just came and swooped.
It was
from your head.
A loose owl. I was out walking in a wooded area, and luckily a couple of.
Don't cry, Nigel. It's fine now.
It's fine.
I'm not crying. I was laughing.
Sorry?
I was laughing. It's not funny, I know.
No,
but
it's not.
I can't believe it picked on you, Ian.
I can't believe it as well. The number of men that were milling around in that area, and it went for me.
It's because you're a celebrity.
Could be. Could be.
Well, it's true, isn't it?
It's true.
The record, the album you did, Miley Styley reggae mix thing.
Yes.
That's still on there on SoundCloud, isn't it?
I've got no idea. I wouldn't know.
Yes, it is. It's been on there over a year now because I looked the other day.
Beautiful. Good.
And lots more, millions of people must have downloaded it by now.
Probably not millions.
Well, lots anyway.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Even more now says something about it.
Shall we play?
Yeah. Well, would you like a song?
Yeah, sod it. Why not?
I was going to do a song for Mum. Let me press the buttons in. I've got number 10. Can I tell you something you might find interesting first?
Yes.
Did you know my mum's uncle was in the mounted police, a bodyguard for the Queen Mother?
Really?
Isn't that amazing? I've got a letter. I have a letter from, because she's been telling me all this, I have a letter from the King of George V, the King of England, a letter from him to my mum about my uncle. Oh, I'm sorry, it's upsetting me. Sorry.
Because you missed the King?
Well, isn't it fantastic that I've got a letter from the King?
Yeah, that'll be worth a few quid, I would have thought. You should take that on the Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah, and also I've got a photo of my uncle, my mum's uncle, the mounted policeman, a bodyguard for the Queen Mother it was.
Wowzers, that's incredible.
Isn't that fantastic? Because my mum's been telling me all about this. I don't look at her memorabilia, in her bedroom, but it upsets me because she
well, why don't you try and cheer yourself up and all of us up by singing us a beautiful song?
Yes, I did. I'm going to do. This is I miss a Miley Cyrus song called "A Show." It's for my mum.
Okay.
Can you hear it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to join in a minute.
Okay.
They used to call me your dreamer. Oh yeah. I'll come in the next bit.
Do you know the song?
Yeah. I'll come into the next bit. felt so strong. I never wanted you to leave. Holding me, I miss you. I miss your smile, but I miss shed a tear every once in a while. And even though it's different now, you're still here somehow. I won't let you go. I need you to know I miss you. Sha-la-la, I miss you. They used to call me your dreamer. Now I'm living out my dream. Everything that's happening for me.
Happening for me.
Back on the past.
All about the past. Yeah.
Hello?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello?
I'm singing. Carry on, Nigel.
Oh, sorry.
We're trying.
Once in a while, and even though it's different now, you're still here somehow.
Here somehow.
I won't let you go. I need you to know.
I need you to touch this, please, with your hand. Whoa, with your mouth. I miss you so much. Everybody, please touch my balls. I miss you so much. I miss you, my darling. I really miss you so much. I miss you, please, please,
I miss you to tear.
please.
Every once in a while, even though it's different now, you're still here somehow. Now I won't let you go. I need you to know. I miss you. Miss you.
Oh, how much I miss you. Oh, Nigel, high five.
I've got to be careful with the neighbours.
Screw the neighbours. You only live once. Screw the neighbours.
That's what I said.
Nigel, it's been a pleasure, mate. We'll do a duet again another day. Me, you, and a Miley Cyrus sandwich.
Is that Ian there? Is it Ian singing with me?
Yes, mate!
Oh, you sound different. Your voice sounds different.
Because I do my real voice. When I'm doing the radio, I do my stupid character voice. And when I'm singing, I can't help but do my singing voice. Powerful!
We should get on telly, Ian.
Sorry?
Get on telly together and do a duet.
Not a chance, mate. Not a chance.
Whispering lunar incantations for cross parents, cross dressers.
Did you know this about me?
And cross rail workers.
Steel and polycarbonate.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I've got a very poor internet connection.
On Talk Radio.
Here until 1 o'clock, then it's someone else sitting in for Paul Ross, gentleman we met earlier on, but I'm not going to reveal any more because I want it to be a surprise for you guys. But you can give us a call, 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. We call you back immediately. Good evening, Michael.
Hello there.
Hello, Michael.
Hi, Ian.
Hello, mate.
I've rung in for the first time in a long while, been listening to you on here.
Lovely.
Yeah, I was listening to your show the other night about turning your phone off, turning Twitter off, and it's been ringing around in my mind.
Yeah.
And I thought, actually, I think you're onto something. I think it's a good point. Really good point.
Why did it connect with you? Because it doesn't connect with everyone. And I've hands up, I've been dicking around on Twitter tonight, retweeting people having a go at me, and I'm bored of that now. So I won't be doing any more retweets tonight. I just wanted people to see the abuse that gets sent, and I'm laughing at it. But overall, it's better for me. Why did it resonate with you, Michael?
Well, I don't know, it's just weird how annoying things on Twitter can enter your sort of home life.
Yeah.
And last week I was out and I wandered in, and my missus clearly realised, you know, what's annoyed you tonight. And I'd been on Twitter reading about Brexit and stuff.
Yeah.
And before you realise it, you're in your home life again. You're not on your phone, but you're like captivated in this weird environment that you're annoyed about. And it just suddenly dawned on me when I listened to your show on the train the next day that actually I'm totally in that space.
Yeah.
And it's just a weird, weird place to be.
It's funny, isn't it? So many of us are in that place of having this little machine in our pocket that annoys us, allows. Basically, by having Twitter and Facebook and you know all these things on your phone, you're inviting 10,000, 100,000. You're inviting 1 million arseholes into your home with you.
A lot of them are complete nutbags as well, and it's
you're inviting them into you're inviting them into your bedroom with you if you're checking it in bed.
But you're doing it voluntarily as well.
Oh yeah, totally.
Well, almost voluntarily, but it's a weird, and it really sort of resonated with me. And I've been thinking about it, and it's just like, I don't know what to do about it, because part of me really enjoys being informed. You know, having loads of clever people on Twitter telling me stuff about, you know, everything the government are doing wrong, but then actually not being able to do anything about it.
No, and also everyone on Twitter, myself included, everyone on Twitter is speaking from a position of bias. There is no neutrality on Twitter. Everyone is biased, right? So you're creating, by the people that you follow, they call it an echo chamber. I don't think that's quite right. But you're creating this landscape that backs up all of your ideas. So here's what I did, right? And it's coming up to 2 weeks, and it's one of the best things I ever did. I deleted the Twitter app on my phone, and I blocked the Twitter website on my phone, and I stopped it so I couldn't download any more apps, any new apps, and I gave it to Catherine, and she put in a 4-digit security number, right? Now, what that means is the phone works perfectly, but if I want to access Twitter, either via an app or via the website, I've got to say to Catherine, here's my phone, could you put in that 4-digit code, please? I want to check Twitter on my phone. Now, I can check Twitter on my computer, and for me, the main problem was being around the kids, and I'd be online, right? I can't do that. I can't do that now, because I'm not going to be out in the park with them and get my laptop open and try and find a Wi-Fi hotspot so I can. So I'm with my kids, man. So when I was
I did that tonight. I watched the footy with my girls, and I put the phone by the side, and we just watched it.
It's good, isn't it?
And it was great.
How many times did you pick up? How many times did you pick up your phone though?
When I put them to bed.
Okay. Oh, you didn't pick up during the game?
No, I put them to bed at half time. It was pretty good, actually. It was not too bad.
That's a strange punishment. What have they do? Why did you not let them see the whole game?
Oh, because they were really tired.
All right, fair play. Okay, well that's good. So you managed to last 45 minutes. Imagine lasting.
But then I came down and found myself twiddling through it, as you do.
Yeah. Did you see my tweet about sacking Gareth Southgate? But what was your? And be honest, right? What was your initial reaction?
I laughed. I laughed instantly.
You got it.
I've been listening for years.
You got it.
Oh, instantly. But I laughed at the reaction of some of the other people.
Oh, because people are calling for me to be killed, calling me a C, calling me autistic, all horrible, horrible things. And luckily, I'm in a great position where tonight I couldn't give a stuff. I might get upset when I get home. Might get upset tomorrow. Right now, I think it's hilarious. But is there any way you could delete Twitter from your phone and get your missus to put like a little password in to stop you accessing it?
Possibly. Yeah, I think.
And what I did with
Kath, I don't even use the app. I just find myself trawling through the phone of an evening. Right. So maybe block it.
Well, what I did as well is I got Kath to do it on a Friday. So Kath, do it on a Friday. It's an experiment for the weekend, and we'll come back on Monday and we'll regroup and we'll talk about it. And she was prepared to type the number in on Monday if I really wanted to, all of that. And I came back on Monday and went, it's hard work, but actually it's brilliant. Have you noticed a change?
Yeah, I definitely have. You're a lot more present, you know, because we would go out to places to get something to eat, and I'd be sitting across from someone who had his phone out.
No, hang on a minute. That's actually not true. For the last
Sometimes.
No.
Before you became conscious of
for
it.
the last 3 or 4 months, when we went out for a meal, I left my phone
Yeah,
at
I
work.
know, and that was a big change.
Yeah.
But before that, it would happen, and I'd think, you know, that moment where I go, I know why, because he just can't help himself. But there's part of me that goes, I'm sitting here, I'm talking to you. But anyway, so yeah, he stopped doing that, and that was kind of the start of you.
No, I found myself doing it with my own kids. You know, when you're out in the park.
Yeah.
And you think they're safe on climbing a certain apparatus, so you quickly check your phone.
Yeah. I see it all the time when I go and pick up my kids in the playground. Everyone stands around, and rather than just sort of talking to each other or looking around, everyone's on their phones.
Today we took my eldest to a piano lesson. It was at school we'd never been to before, and me and my youngest were in the playground after hours with the dog. There's all these things to climb and to play with, and I was there with him, and we played, and I couldn't climb because of my shoulder, but we played silly games, and we did a World Cup of an obstacle course, all this kind. We played snakes and ladders. Beautiful. Michael, it sounds like you're at an avalanche. Go and do it, and let us know how you get on. I guarantee you will feel better, brother. I guarantee it. Evening, Jerry.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Not too bad. Then I just say to me to do public flogging. Yes, I get unflogged outside Buckingham Palace.
Southgate should be flogged outside Buckingham Palace. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. What a scumbag.
Yeah, what a loser. It's made it dressed by bunting to the tiles, bunting and flags, wasting our money because of things, bunting and flags. And if you can give the money back for the crap you have to buy, and sticker albums. I bet they did some David Thomas, come in the other break.
Yeah.
I bet they beat up by the sticker albums. Let's book it all now. Sticker albums. Fuck, couldn't be outside. Buckingham Palace as well.
Jerry, shush. I have no idea what you're saying tonight, but you're sounding furious, and I love that. I'm respecting the fury.
Sentence, Southgate to Newgate. Newgate, I'm still open. I'm still open. Love, exciting and new. But we're expecting you. Love, the sweetest reward.
Yeah.
Accept it, resign. See the gentleman thing. Empowered to resign. Then get flogged. That's our number 10. Bye. Take a look at
no idea what you are talking about.
I appreciated the love boat. That's what we got
Nigel Mum. Thank you.
Okay, Jerry.
Nigel Mum.
Okay, up your bum.
Bye.
Thanks for calling. Bye.
And Libby.
No, I not a clue.
I only caught love, life's sweetest reward.
Haven't got a clue, but man alive, it's a joy hearing the passion, hearing so much passion in another human being's voice. That's what it's all about. That's what life's about, isn't it, guys? When you think about it, it's about passion. That's why we're here. That's why we exist. That's why we stalk the earth. Either alone or in huge numbers.
I was in an accident.
Oh, no. When did they tell you this?
Oh, pretty soon.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Wow. That's weird. But your intercourse, your birth.
Yeah.
And at what age did they tell you?
Oh, I've always known.
That explains a lot. That explains a lot. We'll tackle that maybe after midnight. Good evening, Josh.
Hello.
Hello, Josh.
How you doing?
I'm very well, mate. What have you got for us tonight?
First time caller, long time listener.
Well done, thank you. It's appreciated.
The first time I ever caught you was Barry from Watford was on, so I was hooked from the first moment.
Oh well, there you go. Well, I'm sorry, but he's been euthanized and can no longer call us. He's dead.
Lovely. Okay, well,
unlucky.
I'll still wait.
Thank you. Go on, mate. What you got?
You're in Manchester in 2 weeks' time.
On July the 28th, me and Catherine, the 3 Minute Theatre, Saturday, July the 28th, we're doing a little show there, yes.
So I'm not so far. I'm in Chester, and I'm hoping you can sell this to my girlfriend, who is not listening now, but she will be tomorrow on YouTube when I sit her down.
Okay. Well, hang on a minute, Catherine. How far away from Manchester is Chester? Because you know that region, which we.
Oh, it's not that far.
Hey, Josh, what are you doing on? Let's go for broke. Catherine, should we go for broke?
Well, okay.
We're going to go for broke. What's your girlfriend's name, Josh?
Her name is Ashley.
Ashley, please come to the show, please. Because, all right, I'm going to say it. Catherine's dying.
What?
Catherine's dying, and this could be the last show she ever does.
I'm feeling a bit better.
No. So please. And also, Josh, I mean, maybe you could ask her if we could come to your house on the Friday night and do the radio show from there, because we need somewhere to do the radio show from on the 27th. It's just me and Kath. We rock up with a computer and a microphone, and we plug into your internet, and we do the radio show from there. That would be fun, wouldn't it, Josh?
It sounds delightful. I'm on board. I'm on board.
Hey, here's the thing. Could we do this? Right. And if you know, I'm putting you on pressure because I'm asking you on air, and I get that. And if you change your mind, that's groovy. But why don't you invite us round to do the radio show on the Friday night, and you don't tell your missus, and we just rock up, and we turn up at about 9:30, Friday the 27th, knock on the door, she opens the door, and me and Kath walk in and go, all right, love, could we do that?
We could. Note of caution. It'll take us about an hour to get there. You up for that?
I'm up for that, sure. Yeah, I'll drive. Yeah. Would you be up for that, Josh?
I'm very up for that.
Listen, I'm not. Would she die if we rocked up at your house?
I don't think she'd know what's going on, but that's not a problem.
Josh, I'm going to give you. Can you send me do you follow me on Twitter?
I do, yes.
Send me a tweet now, and I'll send you a little DM with details. You can back out of this at any point. It's like proposing to someone on the Jeremy Kyle show. The pressure's on you, so you feel free to change your mind. We'll think no less of you, okay?
Sure.
Send me a message, Josh, and I'll do you a DM. 03444991000.
Josh deletes account.
This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Everybody's talking up a storm. Act like they don't notice it, but here it is, and here it comes. Here comes the moon, the moon, the moon, the moon, the moon. Here comes the moon, the moon, the moon, the moon, the moon. Oh yeah. Impulse always quickens when it's full. As it turns my head around me, yes it does. And here comes the moon, the moon, the moon, the moon, the moon. Here comes the moon, the moon, the moon, the moon, the moon. Here comes the moon, the moon, the moon,
03444991000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call tonight. You'd be very, very welcome. People very angry with me on Twitter because I didn't even raise it as if it was a talking point. We do silly titles for the Periscope videos, and tonight's title was "Time for Southgate to be sacked?" ? And that was it. And people took that as though that were going to be the theme of the show. People are idiots. That's the thing I've learned. Another thing I've learned today. I didn't know this, and you said you knew this, Catherine. Parasite that breeds in cats could affect human behaviour when it infects people. Right? A listen to this, man. This is nuts. Right? A microscopic parasite that breeds in cats has been found to make chimpanzees less fearful of predators, in what scientists believe is further evidence that the microbe can also affect human behaviour. Right? So it makes Toxoplasma gondii infects around 1,000 people in Britain every day. Makes chimpanzees more attracted to the smell of leopards, their main predator. Mice lose their fear of cats. The findings of the study support the controversial view that this microbe may also influence the behaviour of infected people, possibly when it is carried in the bloodstream to the brain, where it can form cysts in the amygdala, the brain region. Please don't correct me, because I've actually studied. I've studied
the what?
The brain.
The amygdala?
The amygdala. I've actually studied the brain, so I know these names. So please,
can you milk it?
All you're doing, it's very clever. All you're doing is embarrassing yourself. So there you go.
I think you'll find part of my job description is to correct you.
The brain region involved in fear, the amygdala. Several studies in the past have indicated that toxoplasma can affect people's personality by slowing down their reaction times or making them more likely to take risks. What are you doing?
Just moving that out of the way.
Move you out of the way in a minute. Some studies have linked the cat parasite with psychotic disturbances in humans, such as self-harm and suicide, and even serious psychiatric illnesses like schizophrenia. So this is... It goes on, and then it's just like facts. Boring.
I told you this when you were keeping the cat in your bedroom.
Well, the cat, for a long time, until I moved out of that house a couple of years ago, lived in the bedroom because she didn't want to. She was old and she didn't want to. And the litter tray, it's basically cat litter is where they're saying you get this from. And the litter tray is still in the main bathroom of the house, and it doesn't get cleaned enough. But that's not my problem. I don't live there anymore. Although she's going to be moving with me in a few weeks. And the litter tray is going to be miles away from me. It's cat litter. So this they pass this microbe through their they call it wee-wee, and that festers in the litter tray, and then you kind of, as you bend down to pick up the tray, cat's wee, it really is the most toxic, acidic smell. You bend down to pick it up, and as you take a big lungful of air as you stand up again, because you have to make the knees work. The microbe... Now, come on now. The microbe... Hang on a sec. The microbe gets into your nasal cavities, your nose,
into your, amygdala.
Straight into your amygdala, and it can screw you up. And here's the thing: when the cat lived when I lived in the same room as the cat, that was when I was at my most depressed. Isn't that funny? But I didn't heard about this. But
I told you.
Okay, well, okay.
But you weren't listening to anyone at the time.
Huh? But also, this reminds me. You remember we had we broke this story on a local radio station. I'm sure we broke it. We had a dentist come in as like a wacky. Let's get a dentist in to look at your teeth on the air, whatever.
That wasn't on my watch.
No, it wasn't. It was on, I think it was on Dullard number 1's watch. That was rude. I take that back. I'm not going to dump it. I said it. I take it back. That was rude. There was only one Dullard, and that was number 2. I take that back. I don't. Who cares? I do take that back. It was a joke. It was banter. But so this dentist came in, and he said, and it caused me to go, "What the heck?" He said that if you don't brush your teeth, you're more likely to get Alzheimer's.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what? If you don't brush your teeth. I said, what is that? Is that just like doing a routine thing is good for you? He said, no. There are studies that a build-up of microbes that live in your mouth can possibly cause dementia.
Yeah, it's also there are some short-term things that can happen as well. That's why pregnant women get free dental care.
I just thought it was because people felt sorry for them. They wanted to have strong teeth for the babies. I don't think that is why pregnant women.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Yeah,
no.
there are
Okay,
other things.
All right. Why do they get free eye tests?
Well,
Daniel-san.
because you're normally off work.
Oh, Daniel-san.
But no, there are health things.
Because you're normally off work.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You know it's going to be expensive. Severely hampering your career
Severely.
Prospect.
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 Okay.
All right, amygdala.
Okay. Well,
We're
Prospect.
going to play this game, game.
We went to Prospect, did we? Prospect Park. Okay.
But no, I did know about the teeth thing and the cat thing.
Yeah, exactly. So here's what I'm saying: is kill all cats now.
And take your teeth out.
Well, that makes you. What other things are there? Now those things to me sound as crazy as when like people were dying of the squits in London, right? Like everyone was dying, right? And
when was this?
Hundreds of years ago,
right?
And someone said because everyone was getting this. It's kind of near Soho. Everyone was getting their water from one pump. It's near Soho somewhere. Can't remember where. Soho Square, somewhere like that. It's not Soho Square.
It's not 7 Dials, is it?
Just for argument's sake, I'm going to say yeah, but actually I don't think it is. No, it's not. It's not. It's near like Frith Street or something. Anyway, and everyone was getting their water from the same pump and dying. And someone went, and people thought it was like demons or it was poison or someone went, I wonder, maybe it's coming. I don't know why they were German. Maybe it's coming from the water. All right, mate, it's clean water. Well, maybe there are tiny things in the water that we can't see that is killing people. And he did experiments and then boiled water and people stopped dying. And the other one was when people were dying like after operations and stuff. And everyone's going, well, what about I fix them? And someone went, can we try something? In one hospital, doctors, before you train your patients, could you maybe, I don't know, just wash your hands? Just wash your hands. I've just got an idea. And they went, well, that's crazy. Okay. And people stopped dying because someone worked out that maybe there are invisible little things on your fingers or in dirt that when they go into blood, kill people.
They were almost on the right track with the plague, weren't they? Because they thought that it was down to bad air and smells. That's why they'd have these sort of plague masks.
The nosegay.
Or they'd carry these things.
Well, they were wrong.
They knew there was something invisible that was causing it.
But they thought it was smells. So
bad air.
Yeah, so that's wrong.
It kind of was
well,
bad
it's
air.
not.
Air full of bugs.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, it's. I see what you're doing, and I can hear those straws being clutched at. But no,
I'm trying to be helpful.
No, if anything, you're being confusing. And when I talk about science, I like to be very clear and very direct.
Very scientific.
Thank you very much indeed. Correct. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. The late night alternative with Iain and Kath on Talk Radio.
Moonlit musings from mums, madams, and meat packers.
Oh, never mind, I must have misheard.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee.
The station's brilliant.
On Talk Radio.
Hey, someone listening to Talk Sport, our drunk uncle station, this is how thick the Talk Sport listeners are. They've emailed us by mistake, right? This is how thick they are. So listen to this. This is a great email. From Joel. I'm Joel. I would like to strongly complain that one of your announcers was totally inappropriate in his speech against a caller. I was listening to your broadcast after the England loss to Croatia. I am in Australia, so it was morning. But after 30 minutes after the game, a listener to your broadcast rang in with negative comments about England's performance. Your announcer, don't know his name, in the conversation called the caller scum. I have never heard such a derogatory term used to a listener.
Objection. Yes, you have. You listen to radio in Australia. They swear.
Exactly, and you should listen to this show. 2 hours later, and I'm still upset. I expect you to source the announcer and the listener and have an on-air apology given. This is totally inappropriate language. I hope young people who are listening will think such behaviour by a broadcaster... I hope young people who are listening will think such behaviour by a broadcaster is acceptable. Huh? The guy you had on is a foul-mouthed bully who should be given leave. Okay, well, Joel, you're a dick. That's worse than stupid. And you'll never even hear that because you're listening to a different radio station. So I win double victory.
Or is he? Is he even listening to us?
Is he even alive?
Or them?
He could be a ghost in the machine. Deus ex machina. Neil.
Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Hi, Ian, how you doing?
I'm all right, thank you, mate. Catherine's given me a very strange look there. I think she's surprised I just spoke Latin.
Well, yeah, but you got it wrong. But it doesn't matter.
Got it right, but there you go.
It's not
Something else you got wrong, Ian.
Sorry?
Something else you got wrong.
What's that, Neil? Letting you on?
Yeah, that too. You know, you said that women get free eye care once they're pregnant. That's actually wrong, I'm afraid.
Okay, I didn't actually say free eye care, but let's see where you're going with this.
Sorry, free eye test.
Thank you very much. Well, so you were wrong on one thing, and I've just corrected you. Okay, and that's fine. And I'm being very cool about it. I'm being the man. Carry on, Neil. Let's see what else you're about to get wrong.
Ian.
Neil.
They're coming home.
Who's coming home?
England. That's 2-1 for me. Or Croatia.
Well, how is that 2-1 to you? What is that 2-1 to you for?
Because I'm right, you're wrong.
About what?
You thought that was coming home.
Who thought what was coming home? Football. Football is going home. It's going home to France, where it belongs. 3-1 to me.
À la maison.
Pardon? So, Neil, you've just phoned up to do a crap lightning seeds joke.
That's basically it.
So so you have won because I was wrong to let you on. So you did win.
4-1, that.
Thanks very much for calling, Neil.
Cheers, Ian.
Cheers. I didn't understand that call, but I did laugh a lot. So all the Thai boys are out. And everyone's like, well, why can't we see the Thai boys? Oh, well, now we know why you can't see the Thai boys, because they were stoned when they came out. They were given a very powerful sedative, because it's like half an hour to get from one end to the other. And they were given like really strong sedatives so that they wouldn't panic. That's brilliant. That is genius. Risky as well, though, man, because you got to get that measurement exactly right.
Yeah, but if they panic, they don't only endanger themselves, they could kill the person that's trying to save
Oh,
them.
God, yeah. And everyone's going on about this teacher, sack him, shoot him, he shouldn't be, he led them down there. Well, it turns out he didn't lead them down there. He went out looking for them and saw their bikes leaning up against the entrance to the cave. So he went in and rescued them. So for the whole 2 weeks, everyone's going, that teacher, geez, what was he thinking? That's outrageous. He went in and rescued them and then didn't eat any food and gave all his food to them.
He was the weakest one.
That guy is... Yeah, the weakest link. Goodbye. That guy is a hero. And I think he should be played in a movie by Tom Cruise.
No, Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, that could possibly be it. The guy is a hero, man. And, that's exciting they got them all out. They should do... they probably will do, actually, tourist trips to the cave. Of course they will. Why not? Someone somewhere is going to try and make a few quid out of that by going, come and see, roll up. Has anyone ever actually said roll up in real life and meant it?
I think so.
I'm looking, reminds me, I've got to look, see if there's a circus on over the summer holiday. I spent a lot of this afternoon on my laptop while the boys were fighting, playing Roblox.
You still letting them play that?
Yeah, because the communication system is different on Xbox than it is on
laptop.
Yeah. They can't communicate the same way. So yeah, I'm cool with it. So I was trying to find like kids things to do in the summer holidays, and I've gone a little bit. I'm taking the boys to New York, and I've pushed the boat out, and I've booked tickets mid-price tickets, $100 each, to see School of Rock on Broadway. Because it won't... I think they'll dig the show. I really want to see it. They'll dig the show. And although it won't mean anything to them now, in a few years' time, they'll go, wow, we saw a show on Broadway. You know, that's a cool thing. So I booked that. But $100, what's that, about 75 quid, right? That's cheaper than London.
Yeah, I was going to say it cost you more here.
Prices. I'd actually Googled School of Rock in London, right? These are in the orchestra seats, sort of about 3/4 of the way back. Because I know I'd looked at getting them tickets for The Lion King in London, and they were like 175 quid each. You can't pay 175 quid for a theatre ticket for a 6-year-old. So I was looking at, I love taking the kids during the holidays. We go and see movies, and we go and play mini golf, and we go out and do stuff. But I like taking them to see live theatre, right? I think it's really important that with all these movies and things, they get to go and see live plays. I always leave it to the last minute. I always leave it to the last minute when most things are booked up, right? Like small theatres. So I thought today, right, I'm gonna get the heads up on this. So I went online. And we booked a couple of shows at the Polka Theatre in Wimbledon, which is a great theatre, South London. But all the other places, Reading Hexagon, Windsor Theatre, the Unicorn Theatre, none of them are doing anything for kids in August. There's nothing. The Lyric Theatre in Hammersmith, none of them are doing anything for kids in August. And so there's hardly anything to go and take them to see. Am I just looking in the wrong... No, I'm looking on their websites. If anyone in the sort of southeast, and a bit London-centric, but anyone in the southeast sort of London area that can recommend theatres or kids' shows to go and see throughout July and August, please do get in touch, because I can't find anything. Let's go to Kasif. Good evening, Kasif.
Good evening, Ian. Ian, I think I know why you don't like football.
Okay.
You must have gone on internet and typed in the England manager. And there was a manager before this one, not the one who lasted for one game, but the one before that, and he looked like an owl. And you must have gone on there, typed it in, you must have seen his face, and you must have switched off your PC monitor or your phone, and you must have had nightmares that night. Oh, don't harass me, no, don't molest me, please. Don't give me owl aids, no.
Is that, and that's funny, is it, Kasif? Bringing up of one of the darkest, bloodiest moments of my life, is it?
No, I just make the point that he did look like an owl, Ian.
Who was he? What was his name? What was his name? I'm going to Google him.
Roy Hodgson.
Roy Hodgson. Looks like an owl, does he? Jesus, God, close that down! Jeez, you should have warned me about that, Kasif. You should have warned me about that. You're a sick man. You are a sick man, sending me to a man pictures of a man that looks like an owl after the incident. How dare you? I'm going to find out what you like, what you're terrified of, Kasif. I'm going to find out what you're terrified of, and I'm going to shove one up your bum.
No wonder you don't watch the England matches. You think he's going to be in the crowd.
You better watch your shopping match in your local Tesco or Lidl's, because I'm going to be hiding behind the cereals, and I'm going to come out and I'm going to punch you in the nose.
Ian, believe me, my actions are not faster than yours, and if you do that, you might wake up in hospital.
Whoa! I won't wake up. I'll only wake up in hospital because I will get so excited that I've knocked you out with my 1-inch punch, that I might faint from excitement. That's it.
Actually, Ian, all I'll have to do is make an owl noise.
Yeah, well, you won't get. You run a mile. You won't get time, Kasif. You won't get time to make an owl noise, mate. Because I'm going to be like a ninja. I'm just going to come out. My 1-inch punch is going to send you flying, and I'm going to go and I'm going to run out, man. So you just watch it, Kasif, for the rest of your life. It might not be tonight. It might not be tomorrow. Might not even be this week. But one day soon, I'm going to destroy you, Kasif. I'm going to destroy you.
Yes, Ian. You might as well destroy me, but you will be able to, Ian. But Ian actually want to talk about why Twitter people actually get to you.
Okay, by the way.
Why do you bother about them?
Clip's ended there, Catherine. There's a video clip to send.
Really?
Yeah.
What, with him on?
Yeah, I like Kasif. He's a good mate of mine.
Well.
He's a good buddy of mine. I like Kasif. He's one of my favourite callers. Don't tell him. Hello, Kasif.
Yes, Ian, why do Twitter people bother you for? I don't understand that.
Well, hang on a minute. You just said two things. Why do they bully me, or why does it get to me?
Yeah, why does it get to you? Why does it bother you?
Well, it doesn't tonight. I tell you why, because I think we're all sensitive to criticism and anger, aren't we?
Well, Ian, it's quite simple. Those people would, in 1 second, swap their life to be in your life. You're a millionaire. You got a sweet gig. You sit down on a radio show for 3 hours just talking about whatever the hell you like. You've got a comfy chair. Then people probably work 9 to 5 in manual labour job. Most of them probably haven't even got a job. So why do they get to you, Ian? You just think you will just love to be where I'm
I'll tell you why they get to me. Do you seriously want to know why they get to me? And by the way, his description of me being a millionaire with a comfy chair is spot on. Do you want the serious answer?
Yes.
Because I hate myself, Kasif. That's why. Because I hate myself. That's why it
Why
gets
do you
to me.
hate yourself?
Oh, well, then there's a whole skillet of fish. Why do I hate myself? Because of bad parenting, because of what happened to me in the Cubs, because of damage I did to myself because of drugs, because of my behaviour. Who knows? There's a million different reasons why I hate myself, but I do. So if anybody, highlights one of my weaknesses, it gets to me.
Ian, you've got beautiful children. You make people laugh on the radio. Why do you hate yourself for? I mean, people listen to your show to get out of the routine of 9 to 5 every single day, getting up, sending their kids to school, going to boarding work, working 9 to 5.
Oh, I know.
They sit down and they listen to you. So why do you hate yourself? You make people laugh. You think about your positive. And look, I mean, you've got beautiful children. You're raising them nicely. You make people laugh on air. I mean, you get sweet gigs. You get called to host shows.
Yeah.
You've been a celebrity guest in so many shows. You've been an amateur celebrity. You know what I mean? You've got sweet gigs. So why do you hate yourself?
You're making me choke up a little bit, Kasif. Seriously, man. You're making me get a little bit misty-eyed. Thank you for all of that. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Thanks, man.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, mate. One of my favourite callers. There you go. One of my favourite callers, Kasif.
He didn't really dig you out this time.
Which one is he?
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of Mo.
No, Kasif does it as well sometimes.
Does he?
Yeah.
Is Kasif the one with the dad that we're not allowed to talk to?
No, that's Mo.
That's Mo. All right, I always get confused. Oh, he's a great caller. No, I always get confused because I know that there's two callers that give me, really go in for the kill. But I don't think it is Kasif. He's a great caller. Favourite caller. Mark him as my favourite caller.
I'll remind you this.
I did get a little bit choked up there.
Yeah.
And he's very insightful. Very insightful.
What about the owl man?
No, I have got beautiful kids.
How does he know that, though?
No, come on, seriously. What he said there was a very inspiring... That was inspiring, man. That was inspiring from one of my enemies. From one of my, biggest enemies. He said something powerful. Thank you, Kasif. I appreciate that, brother. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Another 30 minutes of this nonsense. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle.
The late night lip service for lovers, loners, and lounge lizards.
Where exactly is your accent from?
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I've forgotten your name already, excuse me.
On Talk Radio.
Paul Ross isn't in tonight. He's bunking off. Daryl Morris will be in from 1 o'clock. I don't know what his shtick is. I don't know what his act is. I met him out there. He seemed like a nice guy. Introduced himself to me. Shook hands. Very polite, firm handshake. Tall. Eyes. That's all I can give you, really, guys. That's all I've got for you. Catherine?
Just looking him up.
Go on then. Let's get the dirt on him. Let's find the dirt on him. Give us the dirt.
I'm just looking at darylmorris.co.uk.
He hasn't got a .com. Oh, I see.
And his little subtitle is professionally northern, occasionally ginger.
He's 27 years old.
Yep.
So he's both. If me and Kath had married, we are old enough to be his dad and mum. Yes. Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
I know.
Well, hang on. You'd have been 13, but the Virgin Mary was 10. So you're saying you're better than Jesus' mum? And I'm the one that gets trolled online. All I did was talk about a guy who was rubbish as a football manager. She's slagging off the mum of the Messiah.
From a serious point of view, girls getting pregnant that early was why so many died in childbirth. They weren't like physically
Well,
ready to do
Jesus didn't die in childbirth, and his mum was
it. No, 'cause
9 or
she
10.
gave birth very quietly on some straw.
There we go, you see. So what we're saying is Catherine thinks she's better than Jesus. Wow.
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 That was a leap.
Yeah, we go. That's what we've got there. So that will learn you. Let's see a little bit more about this Daryl Morris character. Let's find out.
He's written for the Lancashire Evening Post.
Okay, all right. Oh, he did the Chicago Town Pizza adverts on ITV. I could do with an advert. A nice on-screen voiceover would be great, but an on-screen advert that would sort everything out right now. Hey, why don't you have a Chicago Town Pizza, guys?
Chicago Town Pizza.
Well, they're not in New York.
Well,
So you're doing New York.
we'll do Chicago. Chicago.
Okay, this guy knows his onions. So that's good. All right, he's on at 1 anyway.
Call him about onions.
Daryl Onions is on at 1 o'clock. Good evening, Andrew.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Kath.
And hello.
Hello to you. Don't forget, Catherine thinks she's better than Jesus.
I don't.
You know, so just everyone having a go at me just because I talked about football. Just maybe focus your ire on Catalina Boyela.
I forgive you.
There we go. You see, I wish you'd turn the other cheek. Let's have a look at that. Hey, yay, come on, hashtag me too. Yes, Andrew, come on. You've turned it into sexist banter, mate. Come on, but pick up the slack.
I've got 3 things about people moaning.
Yeah.
First off, they moan about your show.
Yeah.
And the one thing they've got to realise is, it's a show.
It's a show. It's a puppet.
Don't. You've just ruined it.
Oh, have I? Have I just done the punchline?
Well, the second thing was...
Hang on a minute. How have I done the punchline?
Well, you've got to let me finish.
Okay, right. I'm going to
We
be
haven't got to.
Well, no, I'm going to be quiet now. This isn't Daniel phoning in again, is it?
Hang on. Shut up, Kath.
What?
Beg your pardon?
Sorry, excuse me.
Let me finish.
Hang on a minute. She said let him finish, and you've just told her to shut up.
Sorry, I thought she said don't let him finish.
She said...
Right. Listen, me and you need a chat.
I'm backing out of this, mate. You're on your own now, Andrew.
Me and you need a chat. Because
You're on your own, buddy.
here's the deal, Andrew. There's 2 people who decide who finishes around here, and the main one is me.
That's the funniest thing I've heard.
I would tread very, very carefully from now on, okay?
I'm treading very carefully at the moment.
When you tell me to shut up again, and I'll come over there and punch your face.
This is making me laugh so much. I'm loving it. Yes, Andrew.
Andrew.
The second thing
wait a minute. I'm not finished. Andrew. We don't do this.
Let him go.
But
Sorry, boss.
listen, I'll let it slide this once, but no one tells me to shut up. Okay?
Thank you, Catherine.
And the word is sorry.
Sorry.
All right, carry on.
Right.
Good luck, Andrew.
Thing,
yes.
When people talk about football,
yes.
and they moan and they moan and they moan, oh, let's say it's a game.
Yeah, here we go.
And the third thing,
yeah.
People talk about soft toys. It's a puppet.
How did I predict that was going to be the punchline?
I don't know. And you've ruined it for me.
Well, Andrew, I don't know if I ruined it, but thank you so much for at least filling 2 minutes of air.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, I thought I came off, and he was still there. I gave me the fright of my life when he started speaking again. I thought I'd done a Gaunty and cut him off before he could respond, but no.
Andrew, I'm just taking some names.
So I got sent this. I got sent this magazine, right? And they sent it to me because they want me to talk about it. So in that respect, they're winning. Right? But I don't know if I can be bothered to read it. Happyful, the magazine devoted to mental health. And I don't. It's got Gemma Atkinson on the front. I like Gemma. I've worked with Gemma.
Someone lovely is behind that magazine. Let me just remember.
Find out why. Find out who. Why?
It's Naked Attraction.
Oh.
I remember she was talking about it a lot. I'm pretty sure she's something quite.
Well, Morris.
No, she's not called Morris.
Morris has sent me this. Hi, Ian. Hope all's well. Here's a Happyful issue for you. Would love to know your thoughts. Feel free to shout out. Gemma I've worked with Gemma Atkinson. I hosted a gaming event for her. There's Amy Adams. I just don't know if I can. Well, I'll read it tomorrow. I just don't know if what is fubbing? But what?
Phone snubbing.
Oh, that's just what we're doing. That we're living that. I live in that. All right. Well, I'll read it. They sent me another one, and I kind of flicked through it, and I just didn't. It's got a word search.
Anna Richardson.
Oh, is she behind it?
I think she was certainly a big backer of it, at least in publicity terms when it first came out. And she's all right by me.
I like her. I'd like to be on the front page, please.
Okay. Shall I message her? See if she can fix it for you.
I'll have a look. I'll read it. I just don't know if a whole magazine to mental health would be my. I prefer.
Why not? You do, physical health magazines.
No, I don't.
No, not you, but one does.
No, but I'm not saying one. I'm saying me.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Me. I'm
All
saying
right.
I don't know if I would. I don't do physical health magazines. What are you talking about?
No, they do.
Who? Not me.
People.
But the people behind this.
No.
Why don't they just do both in one? Two for the price of one.
Exactly,
Summer special.
It's the same thing.
So I.
Oh, that reminds me. Matt Haig's coming in tomorrow.
Is he?
Yeah.
What day is it tomorrow?
Thursday.
Okay, fair enough. Beautiful.
You okay with that?
Yeah, it'll be fine. Be fine. I'll get into the right vibe. Got a long old day tomorrow. Going to see. I'll have gifts for you tomorrow.
Why?
I'm meeting Glenn, and I'm going to get copies of my new Mike Nesmith live at the Troubadour record, vinyl and CD. So going to get those. Then I'm going to go and record some stuff for 4 Extra, and then I'll be wandering around.
Ah.
Can't be bothered. Just want this house sorted, man. I just want to be in this house. It's so. Oh God, it's killing me.
Yeah, you've been in limbo for a long time.
No, it's not. It's in Slough, the flat. But it is just. It's the flat I'm in is such a dump now, and it's not. I mean, it's not a dump. It's nice. It's new, but it's hot. It's a room, and I've cracked the sink. I've cracked the porcelain on the sink. Right, the house. I've only used the oven twice, the inside of the oven, right? Twice, right, in 2 years. Everything, all it needs is a wipe over and a sweep, right? And it'll be pristine, right? And then 2 weeks ago, I knocked my aftershave bottle from the top of the medicine cabinet into the sink, cracked the sink. So I've bought a porcelain repair kit. Well, it cost me 27 quid. But even I know that's not going to fix it. That's not going to fix it. That can't fix a massive crack like that in a sink. So, and whereas I know you could get a new sink for 75 quid and get someone to put it in for 75 quid, that's 150 quid. They're going to take I know they're going to take my entire deposit to replace that sink. That's what's going to happen.
But, as you said to me the other day, you did put some blinds in and maybe you can...
Yeah, I'll put some blinds in. Maybe I can have a little
a barter.
A little barter on that. I don't know. Yeah, Matt Haig's in tomorrow night, guys. Matt Haig's in tomorrow night. I feel the vibe of the show has gone a little bit. That's my fault. I tell you what's happened. The realities of life have been allowed to creep into this room, and that's me. I invited them in, and it's rubbed off the magic of the show. Do you know what I mean? And I know Daryl Onions is doing 1 till 5. I wonder if we could persuade him to do a 1/4 to 1 till 5.
I've got some stories if you want them.
Let's have a break and then we'll have the stories. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. This is the Late Night Alternative, Monday to Friday from 10 o'clock on Talk Radio.
Experience the unconventional.
Hello.
The unpredictable.
Don't you think that's a bit weird?
And the completely unorthodox.
It was my birthday.
With rule-free Iain Lee.
I was just trying to generate a bit of content.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Hate alarm clock. Hate going to work.
On Talk Radio.
Last 15 minutes of the show, 0344 499 1000. You've just heard right, guys. Matt Haig is going to be on the show tomorrow night at 10. Coming up at 1, it's Daryl Onions. Easily through the night with some easy listening music, guys. So get ready to listen to the great sounds of America, bread, and earth, wind, and fire. Catherine, you've got some some words for us.
Can I have some atmospheric music?
Yes, of course you can. Let me get the atmospheric music. Hang on a minute. Here we go. Oh, I've unplugged the thing, so no, you can't.
All right, okay, whatever. Imagine the atmospheric music for yourselves. Everyone's different.
There we go. Found it.
Big cat caught on camera by woman claiming panther-like beast is stalking hotel golf course.
Here we go. This is it. We're back in the room, guys.
A woman has captured on camera what she believed to be a 3-foot-tall big cat skulking around a hotel golf course.
Yeah.
Spa-goer Kate Sanderson was out strolling with a friend when she spotted the black feline shape stalking through the grounds at 8:40 p.m. on Saturday.
Saturday, the spookiest of all the days of the week.
The HR manager, if you were wondering, quickly grabbed her camera and filmed the beast as it prowled across the golf course at Ardencote Manor Hotel in Lie Green, Warwickshire.
Yeah.
The panther-like creature, which Kate insists was far too big to be a domestic cat, can be seen walking across the grass at the course's halfway point and pausing occasionally as if to glare at them.
There we go.
Kate, 51, said she didn't stick around long enough to see what it did next and quickly returned to the 4-star 19th century mansion. A hotel rep claimed it is a very well-fed feral cat that is friends with the groundsman, but Kate remains unconvinced.
Oh, well, hang on.
And then there's the picture of a cat. It's a big cat, but it's not a big cat.
It's just a flipping cat.
All right, let's do another one.
Hang on a minute. This is. Hello, caller. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so could you pronounce it for me?
It's Zubair.
Zubair. Okay. Hello, Zubair. What have you got for us?
Hi. I was just, I've become a new listener since the Football World Cup. I've been listening to this talk radio.
Thank you.
And it's really interesting conversations, all over the place. Obviously, I was enjoying because...
what's your accent? Where are you originally from?
I don't know. You have to tell me.
Well, okay. Well, 'cause this is what Catherine, you're good with these foreign chaps. What do you reckon?
So are you Syrian?
I'm not.
You got to be Syrian, man. Italian?
No.
You're definitely foreign, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a great accent, but it's a great accent and it's a great name, and this is a fun game.
Turkish.
I will reveal end of the talk.
Okay.
Are you Croatian?
I'm not.
Okay. All right, go on then. Go on.
Anyway, no way. Yeah.
So go on, tell us at the end. What did you call him for?
I don't know. Nobody's calling, and I was thinking, okay, I've been listening for the last 4 hours, since the whole thing. I've been listening since we lost the game, and obviously every bit of conversation is funny for me, and I was enjoying, and I was just thinking, okay, what shall I speak? And I said, okay, now let me give a call and find out what I speak. I don't know. I'm a food vlogger. I have a small YouTube channel, and I recently started this YouTube channel and see where it goes. And
so you've got a YouTube channel. What do you do on the YouTube channel?
I make cooking videos.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right. What kind of stuff are you cooking?
Do mixed things like sometimes recipe videos, sometimes mixing up different cuisine with English and Italian and Indian and everything, Yeah, and I have my little kids. They do cooking as well. So.
Do you cook a lot of Libyan food?
No.
Oh, nuts. Okay. I thought I was there now. I googled it and everything.
And my last video I did food festival. I'm just experimenting where to go and what to do, and it's a new journey for me.
Yeah. Are we allowed to look at your videos now?
Sure, of course.
How do I find? I'm on YouTube. What have I got to find?
I think it's the first channel. If you search "We Love Food."
Hang on. If you've got the "We Love Food,"
yeah,
with 1,759.
Yes, you got it right.
He's got more subscribers than me. We Love Food.
Yeah.
Fun breakfast recipe. Eggs in pepper. Are you nuts? Eggs in pepper? Right, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's hang on a minute. Let's find out. Let's watch the eggs in pepper being made. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Hey, look at that! That's brilliant. It's eggs in pepper. That's genius.
It was more like an experiment, you know.
You get a bit of green pepper and you fry an egg in it.
Yeah, it was just experiment because I bought a new lens and I was just trying out, like, okay, how good it is. It was a macro lens, so I wanted to see how, you know, it looks with the close-up videos on my YouTube channel.
The videos look brilliant.
It's a new set of skill I'm trying to learn as well, so, you know. But the worst thing, what I really struggle is talking, you know. That's why I don't have too many videos where I'm actually talking.
Okay.
And I think this is the best radio channel I have. How I can learn talking is like talk radio, you know.
Yes, man. That's what we're here for, man, is for helping people talk and proper like, innit?
Exactly.
All right, well, listen, people want to find your YouTube channel. We Love Food. It's already got 1,700 subscribers, so, more than that, so that's great. And what is the plan, Zabaya? What do you hope to do with this? Do you want this to grow and grow and grow? Do you want to work in TV? What do you want to do?
I don't know. You know, this is like a new seed I put, and I don't know where it can go. You know, like I have my 2 daughters. Maybe it can be their future, or maybe, you know, I'm experimenting literally, like shooting video of restaurant reviews.
Are these your two girls in these 2 videos? I can see.
Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
man, they're stunning. They're stunning.
Yeah.
The 2-year-old toddler. Let me.
Yeah.
Let's have. This is another one. Food festival in the UK. This is your girl as well, is it?
Yeah, there's my daughter as well. No, that's not my daughter, but there's someone from the festival, yeah.
Okay, let's have a...
That's my new video editing, like, you know, I'm keep experimenting, you know, how can I improve my...
And you shoot all of this yourself and edit yourself?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, dude, you've got it, man. You've got it. It looks, you know, literally I'm a minute into this, 30 seconds into this. This looks stunning.
Is this you in the full English breakfast video with the beard?
Here we go.
Yeah.
I see you.
They're basically British.
No, that's definitely
no,
not
this is him.
Go on.
Hang on.
Here we go. Turn the old volume up, Catherine, so we can hear. Got to turn the volume up on the... Here we go.
That's me and my daughter. That's the elder daughter.
Oh, hang on, I've got 2 on.
Don't worry.
That's why I had it switched off.
We'll lose it. Dude, honestly, you've got beautiful kids, which is always great, and B, you've got the gift. These videos look incredible. I'm subscribing.
Oh, thank you.
I'm clicking subscribe. I've subscribed. There you go.
Thank you so much.
Anytime you get a new one and you want to come on and plug it, you're very, very welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. But I want to improve my talking skill in front of the camera. I don't know how can I do that. Give me a suggestion.
Talk to yourself in the mirror.
There we go.
Is it?
Yeah.
In the bathroom or?
Yeah, I was a languages student. I had a lot of conversations with myself in the mirror.
Okay.
And also, I mean, your English is brilliant,
Yeah.
and you're speaking. I'm getting everything you're saying. If that's what you're worried about, that we might not understand. And B, also, your accent and your inflection and the way you use words, that's also part of your charm. That's you. That's unique. You don't want to sound like me or sound, you don't...
No, thank you so much.
You want to sound like you, man.
Oh, that's great. Thank you for the compliments, definitely. I will, because, this is what I've been looking for, that my wife, she's literally shattering me every single day that, YouTube is not for you, you have to... Come on, just go back, do your thing,
Do it, exactly. You've got to be you, and that's your. To get all businessy for a bit, that's your unique selling point. Is you, man? There's no point in going on and sounding like Delia Smith or something, is there? Because what's the difference there? It's you are the thing, and you're beautiful kids.
Look at Gino De Campo and Jean-Christophe Novelli. These are people who've held on to their accents because they know that's part of the charm. They love it.
Okay.
And if you want to phone up and practice, practice, that sounds a bit patronising, but anytime you want to phone up.
I've been listening for a while, and I felt like, I can relate to so many things, I find these people are friendly. I find like, no, you guys been talking weird and how people are saying things and, just without listening, obviously. just reading one tweet, which is stupid, I understand. And I was just thinking that, no, I have to give a call because I've been listening all this time, and, that's why I decided to give a phone call. And it's a great show, I've been enjoying it. I'll definitely call again. Definitely.
Well, listen, man. We've enjoyed your calls. I'm gonna tweet your YouTube channel as well, so that people can see it. There we go. And you call anytime you want to, buy, and lots of luck and lots of love to the kids. They're stunning, aren't they?
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Take care.
Thank you. You have a good night.
Thank you, man. Well, there we go. What a nice person. What a nice guy. And let me. I'll tweet his YouTube if you're following me. I don't really go on Twitter, but. There we go. Hang on a second. Here's that guy's YouTube channel. Looks great. There we go. I'm going to tweet Nadia as well. There you go. Because she's the only cookery person that I know, and she follows me, and I follow her. So all you need is one person to, who's got a bit of a pull in that area. And come in, Daryl can come in.
Speaking of pulling,
yes,
I've had a message from a dentist.
Oh yeah,
about pregnant women and dentistry.
Oh yeah.
He says, I'm a dentist here, Kath. Hormone changes mean pregnant women are more prone to gum disease, so they need frequent dental checks.
Okay.
Also, it gives us the chance to encourage good habits when babies
That's
born.
what it's more about. Is the second thing.
No, but also I've had
we've got Daryl. We've got Daryl.
Yeah, but I've also
here,
had tweets from people saying heart disease can be encouraged by bad dental hygiene.
Okay, I mean, I wouldn't
If
believe.
you do that with your hand one more time, I'm going to chop it off.
I've had people on Twitter calling me a C word, so I don't believe everything.
Maybe they're right.
Well, I just don't think that everything you read on Twitter should be believed, is all I'm saying. Daryl.
Hello there.
Yes.
I don't even know what you're talking about, but you delivered it with such conviction. That
There we go.
I agree. I'm with you.
Yeah, good. He's talking balls.
Right. I'm the only one that can see the clock. He's got 30 seconds.
Oh, no.
So button it. What's happening on your show?
Hi, Ian. Okay, from 1 o'clock.
Yes.
I'm Daryl. Hi.
Yes.
In for Paul Ross. A lot of Trump stuff. Today is the day.
Uh-oh.
I hope you're ready for his arrival.
Uh-oh.
So we'll talk about that. Also, what can Theresa May learn from Gareth Southgate?
Jesus.
I know.
Yes.
Proper leader, that, isn't he? Proper leader. I mean, I know you're not massively into it, but he's done a good job, hasn't he?
No, he didn't win. No. He didn't win. That was his only job he had to do, was win the World Cup.
That's a good point, I suppose.
Sack him.
You think so, yeah?
No, I think sack him. And then flog him, is what I would say. Anything else?
Okay, good luck with that. No, basically that, really, to be honest.
It sounds like a show to me, dear listener. Thank you so much for taking part in this nonsense. We are back tonight at 10. Don't forget, you can go and download podcasts, etc. from iTunes, from Acast, from your usual places. Until 10 tonight from me and Catherine. Ta-ta!